Nothing much. It's 4:30 a.m. Nah, but I'm still feeling late. It don't matter. Hey, Hannah. I'm on the train with shitty service. How the hell you been? I'm good. I'm great, actually. I wanted to see how my early morning game was doing. We got tons of smoke here in New York, so pardon if my words get a little choppy just because my voice been lost lately. What the fuck is my light at? Gotta be the same. The fuck did that shit run to me? Come on. One in here? No, that's good. Is this one? No, that was good. We got one. Oh my god. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. We do got a lot of newer decks that I want to test out and try on live stream. I've tried them on my pre-recorded videos already. Ooh, the sun. This one's not really like it. The Chinese tarot deck is the one I like, honestly, the most. I just love the Chinese art style. I think it's awesome. But I do have another one as well that Miss Malibu got from me. the Druidcraft tarot deck. This one is like more official. I don't know how much you can see because all the lights are off, but it is what it is. I do like the cover one, the cover photo on this one though, is the lady. She pretty. Hopefully this doesn't shake too much. Is that like the Empress? I believe so. That Chinese style was dope as hell. Yeah, I agree. I think it's awesome. Here's the 2 of coins on that one. Oh, they be talking about love. Lovers. They keep bringing up the lovers. So it's got a new lover. Or wanting a new lover. And someone might be walking away from an old motherfucker. They said, I want something new from once. God damn. Someone's done holding down the fucking field for somebody. It's like, bitch, you know, I've been holding you down for way too long and I ain't getting nothing back. 8 of Cups, there it is. As I said. As I was saying. I'm sick of holding shit down for you. You ain't never paid me back. It doesn't even need to be romantic, to be honest with you, right? Like, someone be holding some shit down. But someone who's ungrateful. An ungrateful crock of shit as well. If you guys were wondering what I'm listening to, I have a ginormous playlist filled with like 5,000 songs. That's not a flex, honestly. A lot of the time, it don't even go through the whole list. But it's to channel. So I listen for different words and different vibes, and that this helps with reading as well. 99% of the time, I'm gonna be real, I don't necessarily need the cards, but the cards are pretty. Keeps my mind in one place from jumping. Highlights what's important. Someone can't keep still. It feels like someone gets very, very antsy and committed in relationships. Feels like someone does not like the feeling of being watched or being around somebody. It's like you can't even sleep around this person. You lay in bed with them and feel like you're being watched, even when they have their eyes closed. It's like this person's waiting for the time to strike, to look at the phone, to look at the laptop, to go through your shit, or to slice up your shit. Like you're wondering when you're gonna get kicked out of the house. You wonder when this person's gonna finally snap on you for the final time. Vice versa, honestly. Yeah, you're trying to keep it honest with somebody. Someone doesn't have someone's best interest at heart. It just feel like, to me, it's like they're not being honest. They never can be honest, because if they're direct with you and you get pissed off, and when you get pissed off, you start doing a whole bunch of other extra shit that ain't got nothing to do with the situation. You start taking out all of your, every single piece of anger, you know, from 5 years ago, from 4 years ago. You know, you like take out every single moment that this person has tried you, triggered you, made you feel some type of way. You take it out on that person, and that's the type of shit that you need to control. And I feel like you know that you need to control it, right? And I think you use different techniques to try to control it. Some of y'all, it's like breathing. Breathing for me never works. I'm gonna be real. I got some mad, crazy anger issues, right? But breathing for me has never ever worked. What worked for me most of all was physical fitness. So I'm just saying, once you tire yourself down, you tire your brain out, because usually it's your brain racing through tons and tons of thoughts. Once you tire your brain out, and sometimes people do mental gymnastics where it's like you exert yourself and exhaust yourself in situations where You feel like the need to apply emotion, right? And it's like once you start mixing that brain and heart together, they make a really nasty mix. It's like you're not able to use your intuition or use kind of that inner voice that's telling you when something's up, when something's wrong. You overthink everything. You kind of throw the game before it's even done. You know what I mean? You start waving the flags before you even know what the fuck is up, and you're like, why can't I? You're like, why can't I function during these moments? Why do I just get so pissed off? Why do I get so mad? Why do I get so sad? Why do I get so frustrated with people? Why can't I hold back my voice? And it's because a lot of y'all aren't used to being heard. So when someone takes the vow to hear you and to be with you and to love on you and experience you, you take that as, let me go all out. No boundaries. No break, no boundaries. You don't even take a fucking breath. Like, you know what I mean? So it's important to you that someone hears you and listens to you. And when they don't, and when they just be like blah blah blah, like shut up bitch, da da da, it pisses you off. But at the end of the day, you have to keep your composure. You have to control your anger. You have to control yourself. Otherwise, you're not going to see this shady behavior that everybody be talking about. You're not going to see the shit that's happening right directly in front of you because you're being ignorant, right? You're being angry. You're being ignorant. And I'm not saying you're not allowed to be angry, right? Because you're allowed to have anger and be angry in that moment. But what you're not allowed to do is to stop yourself from making the right decisions, the right choices. You know, to be accusatory or to go nuts on somebody, to slash up the tires and all that, and sacrifice, you know, the relationship that you have with somebody on the basis of very shaky, unnecessary drama. Is like, that's what we talk about. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying what you feeling isn't wrong. You know, because is wrong. Because at the end of the day, if you feel like there's something up, there's something up. There's something fishy. Just you gotta really hit the nail on the head with that shit. You have to keep your composure so that you're able to understand and see what's going on in front of you. Because it's not gonna, if you're yelling in the face of a person or if you're acting up on somebody else, 99% of the time they ain't gonna tell you the truth because they're intimidated, right? So keep it cool, keep it calm. Hopefully whoever needed that message got that message. Got death in the reverse, seeing ghosts, seeing spirits, seeing weird shit. Could be literal. They could be talking literal, like paranormal activity shit. They could be talking about seeing people from the past everywhere, or feeling people from the past everywhere, even in numbers. It's almost 444 right now. Yeah, the lovers. There it is. Past lovers, past loved ones. So they're telling you to remember your relationships with these people fondly. Even if it ended in tragedy, even if it ended in some fucked shit, it said remember certain moments of these people fondly. Because at the end of the day, this is kind of like a teaching moment for both of y'all. I feel like you're supposed to see each other at this time to be reminded of what you're doing. It's not that I'm talking about like you're supposed to see each other and get fucked or fuck. I said you're supposed to see this person and be reminded of good things in your life. Things to be grateful for. Things to be like affectionate towards, intimate towards. It's like maybe you're in a new relationship and you see this person and you're like, fuck. Like, I remember that shit. You know, I remember how bad that shit was. I remember how, you know, fucking roller coaster, everything was everywhere. I remember how that spark I had with that person and how fast it went bad. You know, they're telling you to be grateful for what you got right now. Even if it's just a kind of a relationship, a monogamous relationship with yourself. Even if it's that, like, you've gotten a lot better with yourself and handling your anger, your thoughts, I guess would be the appropriate answer. And also, they talk about handling your sexual prowess. Okay, your sexual hunger. Handling that as well. A little bit better than you used to. Yes, I do sip in shade. Yeah, they say I stand on that. I feel that. Yeah, you no longer just coasting through people. That shit is scary though. I don't know how y'all do that shit. I'm gonna be real. I don't know how y'all coast through people emotionally. You know what I mean? It's not even about the fucking part, because I get the fucking part, but coasting through people emotionally, where it's just like you completely blot out all your emotions and you just start talking to, this person, that person, 10 people, 15 people, 20 people. How do you not get exhausted? How do you not get exhausted being the fucking main character or having main character syndrome type shit? It's like, I think that's burdensome to have so many people on you or talking to you up in your shit, rolling up into your energy. And then you went missing on some people. That's what they be saying. Hungry and looking. Eight of coins. Picking up where you left off. Full smoke ahead. Nine of cups. I love these cards. Beautiful. Let me show you. Trying different things, trying new things, trying all things, trying that thing. Oh wow, the Fool card is... I like the dumb look on his face, but the Fool card is pretty cool. My internet didn't start putting up. I saw that. I saw that. You got a monk here on the Temperance card. Balance through the storm or balance through the tornado. That's what they're asking you to do, but I feel like you kind of... that you're making quite impulsive or large decisions, I think, in a very chaotic time for yourself. And I think that you're kind of setting yourself up, not for failure. I'm not saying for failure, because at the end of the day, who fucking knows? It's like a 50-50 drawback on this bitch. But I think you're setting yourself up, though. You know what I mean? There's some type of situation where it's like, you already know it's such a big fucking risk. You already know that it's something that's terrifying, that can end in a lot of different emotions and feelings, especially regret, especially being one of them. But I think because you're taking risks, you're going to get a reward. It's like when they say high risk, high reward, but also you're still stuck on this idea that it's going to be something that you're going to get punished for. Like the universe is punishing you or has been punishing you. Or maybe like your guides or whoever you pray to or talk to on a regular spiritually may disapprove. That's what you're afraid of. But they don't give a fuck. You make your own decisions. And they talk about being on the map, so that's what it makes me think of, is like somebody who's taking a big risk and like moving across country. It's something that literally like just comes to your mind and it's like you just hop and you're gone. And that would be scaring people, dude. Or not be scaring you, I feel like, but you're still doing it. There's some people that are afraid of your freedom. They say there's people that are jealous of your freedom, afraid of your freedom. There's people that feel like you're top dog or alpha type shit, like you're very, very strong, powerful, very in control of your life, and that's what makes them afraid of you or scared of you. Morning, Shannon. They said listen for changes in someone's demeanor. So they talk about listen to their voice, because there's something to do with like someone's voice when they are lying, or someone's voice when they're caught in a bind, like you got their balls in a vice grip. Like there's something to do with their voice that changes when you do have them caught. Okay. Caught their balls in the vice grip. I love that. Telling someone to take a hike. That's what I feel like. Or someone's take a hike literal, even though they're not supposed to. It's like you're telling them to get out or to leave, and then they just never come back. They just never ever come back. Or that might be something you're contemplating on doing, because people keep trying to kick you out of your apartment complex or your home, or you keep trying to kick somebody out and you don't want them to take it literal, but they literally just leave with no contact at all. They just go. They're just gone. Bitch just appear like a ghost, for real. Yep. I keep hearing things about like solo, just going in alone. Someone's hiding things from you on their phone. I feel like this is an app or something like that. Like someone's getting a lot of messages, it seems like. Or someone's trying to balance not only their relationship with you, but their relationship with several different people. Now, it does not have to necessarily be a romantic thing. Could be as simple as trying to go out with the boys or go out with the girls, and also try to balance a relationship with you. But this is obviously something that you disapprove of. So this is obviously something that you already said, no, do not do that. And they doing it. So that's what's up. Because they keep bringing up like free passes and stuff like that. It's like, oh, do I get a pass to fuck this person, or to do this or to do that? Or this might be something they're talking about with their bros, or with their other bitches. You know what I mean? It feels like something so shady, so shifty. I don't like it because I feel like this person has a guilty conscience, and it definitely affects the way that they sleep, in the way that they work. They might be bringing home a smaller paycheck. They might be not fucking as much, not in the bedroom as much, kind of restless at night. Guilty conscience. Someone's saying, I choose me. Like, who you gonna pick? You gonna pick this person or that person? The past or the future? And you said, I choose me, bitch. I ain't choosing none of these bitches. I'm choosing me. Or I choose God, or some shit like that, where it's like, I choose me. I ain't gonna choose these motherfuckers. I don't know why you think these options are the greatest. Because at the end of the day, there might be like other tarot readers or people in your life trying to tell you like, oh, who you gonna pick? Like, which one are you interested in? Or, you know, why don't you settle down with this so and so and da 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 da. It's like, bitch, I choose myself because I choose my goddamn self, or I already chose myself. So I'm not gonna go overstep and go towards another relationship or be romantic with somebody else. I already chose myself. You are one stubborn motherfucker, I'll tell you that. And I'm not telling you that this is anything that you should be necessarily worrying about. I'm just saying that that's that's interesting. An interesting perspective, I think. Maybe you've had it, you know? I get it. You've had it. But I feel like you haven't had it all. You know what I mean? You're like, well, I don't want to ruin it all. Ruin what I've already built for myself. I get that. Yeah, you're scared. But you get goosebumps around someone, or you start feeling a little nervous around somebody. Like it's nervous excitement, so you start getting, like I said, the bumps start showing up on the goose pimples or whatever. Your heart starts beating a little fast. Like, someone could also be under the influence. Yeah, someone could be under the influence. Someone's drinking and smoking, or someone has to drink or smoke just like to chill out, to calm down when it comes to being around these people or this person. Someone's too old to be doing this. So that's what they just said. Someone's too old to be like nervous over a woman or a man. It's like they're too old to be drinking like that. Just shady, very shady. Like, well, do you have addiction problems? It's like, why do you need to drink every single time we see each other? Or why do you need to drink to get it up? Or why do you need to smoke to do this and to do that? You might be even saying that to yourself, honest. This could be a situation where you know that you have a problem and you're trying to quit because you're like, I shouldn't need to do this every single time I go out. Like, I just want to enjoy without getting that itch, getting that scratch. You know, goose pimples from addiction. I know what the fuck that feels like. I'm not gonna lie. When you feel like you need something, it's like, oh my god, like I'm going to do this and going to do all my shit today. I'm going to the bank. I'm going to work. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Get my car ready. Go out with a girl. Go out with niggas, whatever. Like, I just feel like after a while it gets boring. I feel like this whole entire lifestyle gets boring. I feel like it really shows your true colors when you stop smoking and you start getting really annoyed with everyone around you, or you stop drinking and it literally you just start flipping on everybody. Everyone's like, what? You know, why are you so mad? Like, you haven't had it. Have you had your drink yet? Have you had your fucking smoke yet? It's like, you need to relax. It's like, no, you don't need to relax. No, you do not need to relax. You just, you know, at the end of the day, I think that you got tied up in the wrong type of situation for someone like you, because you're so emotional. You have a lot of energy. And I think because you have a lot of energy, you've been told to calm down one too many times in your life. You've been told to just chill out. And that shit presses you. It makes you angry. It makes you pissed. But I think, you know, at one point in your life, you decided to try to calm down instead of feeling the full throes of your emotions, and it ended up in an addiction. Which is scary, right? Because at the end of the day, it's like, you want to express yourself fully and be, you know, positive. You want to be that person that people can rely on, and that person that people can kind of lean on. But how are you supposed to be that person when you aren't even true to yourself? You know what I mean? So that's where I feel like everything's kind of tied up into this particular lifestyle. Why it's so hard for you to break away from these people is because you're still smoking, you're still drinking, or you're still somehow connected to that lifestyle. So even if you aren't an addict, you are still surrounded by addicts. You are still dealing with the addiction piece of it. You're still having a really hard time letting go because there are people around you that still suppress every single emotions that they have, every single situation they go through with some type of drug, some type of fantasy, sexually, you know, some type of situation. It's like they re-traumatize themselves over and over and over again. And I think you have a really hard time with releasing these people because I think you feel bad. Part of you feels bad and part of you sees yourself in them. But because you see yourself, you also have to know that it took a lot of time for you to be alone and to kind of go through the throes of this addiction. You know what I mean? It took a lot of time of you just traveling alone, soloing, and completely just cutting off everyone in order to change your life. So I think that's what kind of needs to happen. You need to do a lot of cutting off. And some of it you feel like you're more, it helps them more for you to be away than it does for you to be the shoulder to cry on. Because I think you're enabling it without even really necessarily realizing it. Hey Malibu. Malibu, we're using the Chinese deck. For a second I was just going off. But we got that Chinese tarot deck. Very beautiful deck. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. It's very beautiful. I got both though. I got the Druid tarot deck too. But I feel like she's special. So like she needed to be used on particular energy. Very nice card stock though. When I'm drinking coffee, y'all. Someone thinks that you're gonna keep their secret. So, are you talking? You must have told a man or a woman that you was gonna keep their secrets, and you telling like you telling someone close to you, a family member, or something. Like you are talking to. This is what I'm gonna say. You are talking to someone romantically. That's what I feel like. Someone who's offered their heart to you. I'm gonna show you the cards, even just. Someone who's offered it, someone who's usually very defensive, usually very on edge, okay? Someone that has shared their emotions with you, or tried to, and yet you've confided, or you said that you wasn't going to talk about this with anyone, you can trust me, now I'll keep your secrets, and then you ended up talking or telling like your best friend, or your sister, or your mother, or like, you ended up telling someone about this motherfucking secret. It's like, in general, when you keep verbal promises, this is where I feel like it kind of bites you in the ass, right? Because at the end of the day, it's like, I know you're trying to help someone. I know it's hard for you to keep your mouth shut because you run your mouth, right? I get it. I run my motherfucking mouth. But like, don't say something like that. Because I feel like somehow that's going to bite you in the ass. Or somehow this person's going to figure out that you've been kind of talking shit, or being disrespectful in some type of way. I feel like someone's going to tell them, or they're just going to like find the evidence. You know what I mean? So it's like, this could also be you in this situation, by the way. Like where you confided in someone about some very personal stuff, and now it's spread. You're like, the only person that this could come from, the only person that I told about this situation recently will be this individual. So that's the only way this shit could spread. Very, very personal information though. That's what I feel like. Very personal. Something that you ain't told no one. Not a fucking soul. And I feel like somehow it ended up spreading out like that. Miss you too, Malibu. I needed a long break from humanity for a second. Let's see what else we got. Someone's squeamish as fuck. Someone is squeamish as fuck, and it's not. It's to do with sex, and I could, because I could feel it here. It's like discomfort to do with sex, and I don't know. Maybe it's squeamish to get pregnant or something like that. Like you really don't want to, but you're doing it anyways to please somebody, or like you just really don't want a child right now, or you just really don't want this person to come near you with their dick, or you're afraid that this person is going to be not what you expected in the bedroom. You're very afraid though. I can feel squeamish. It's squeamish shit, right? And I literally just feel like you've entrusted certain people with certain parts of your body before where it's ended up a mess. That's what I'm feeling. It's ended up a mess because I think you allow certain peoples to have certain freedoms that they shouldn't have had while having sex with you. You got me? So now I feel like it's a matter of I don't know who I could trust next with my body, because at the end of the day it's like, and ladies, listen, y'all gotta know, and this is coming from a man, so I'm gonna let you know something. When you tell a man, I'm not trying to fuck, I'm not trying to do none of that, right? And he still be bringing in the sexual energy. When you say, you gotta learn that the only thing that nigga wants is your pussy. Let me say it a little louder. The only thing the nigga wants is your pussy. He don't want to be your friend. Especially if he keeps bringing up sexual shit when you already said nah. Right? And that's the type of man you need to stay away from. If you just trying to become a nigga's friend, then friends that does not lean to, there's no leaning in friend. You know what I mean? You got to stop mixing relationships up like that, because that's how you keep getting yourself fucked up. That's how you keep getting yourself sick. And I'm not I mean, maybe, but I'm not talking about sick in like a venereal disease, okay? I'm talking sick in the mind, where you start confusing certain energies for like something serious when it's not serious. Like, you gotta know when to set the boundary, right? Okay? It's very hard for y'all. I say, but it's very, very hard for y'all. I'm just letting you know. The moment you say, I want to keep this cordial, I'm trying to get to know you deeper as a person, as a friend. And they start talking about, oh, I love to put my dick in you, I love to do this, I love to do that. They want to fuck you, and that is it. They want to fuck you, and that is it. You already set the boundary. Do not allow them to overstep that boundary. The moment you say, okay, I'm open for business, that's what it is. Okay? But remember what you said before. You said, I want to get to know someone deeper. I want to know them past the sexual. I want to know deep. What their deep thoughts, their deep emotions is. Hey, Frankie. Frankie's been a minute. Malibu Shady. Don't leave me out chats. You see, you're absolutely right. I just can't help it. That tension felt good for a second. I know better. Yes, you know better. Yes, you know better. And you know more than most. So this is why you shouldn't be overstepping your own goddamn boundary. And keep talking about like lifting the curtains up. Oh my God. I won't even go there. I won't go there. Lifting it up the old dusty. see. Something special. Oh man. It says something special lost. Oh, just know you lost something special. That's what you're saying to someone. Just know you already lost me, or you lost something special. Like you lost something you ain't never gonna find in your life. I feel like that's what you're telling someone, but they already know that. And right now they don't necessarily care because they're not at the maturity level to care. Oh, you lost some good dick, some good pussy. You lost, someone who really love you. You lost this, you lost all that. They don't even understand what you like. They get it. They know what you're saying, and they know what you're saying is true. But also, they're not at the maturity level yet to really feel that, to really feel like they lost something. You got me? Like you was kind of just a tool to get them all. And initially, I think they kind of like blanked out through the whole entire relationship. They tried to, I think, fall in love, but at the same time, the trauma and the past has them so caught up. They said money has them so caught up too. Yeah, they just keep talking about drugs and money has them so caught up. Some of y'all are like, oh my god, all men are liars, or all females are liars. At the end of the day, everyone's a goddamn liar. I don't know what to tell you. I'm letting you know that you're alright. A lot of people are liars. Okay, whether they lying to themselves or lying bold-faced to you. New moon is on July 17th. There's something to do with like financial penalties. Penalties, like not putting enough money into something, or because you invested a ton of money into something, you can't invest in this other thing that you really, really needed, you really wanted. Someone tried to strong arm you possibly into doing something very impulsive with your money. Yeah, because they're talking about strong arming. Hello, aloha. I'm trying to stay on until like 6:30, 7. Because then I'm gonna get up and get some food. I do got some snacks though to top me up. Oh, someone's in the clink. That's what they said. Someone's taking a vacation in the clink, or someone's going into the clink on the weekend. Someone's got nothing to do. Wrong place. Maybe talk about wrong place, wrong time. If you do certain things for work, make sure you stay. You better stay out this weekend. Or stay in this weekend. That's what I meant to say. If you do certain things at work, stay in this weekend. They're looking to trap you. Someone's looking to trap you at an event. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about too. Someone's too young. Someone's too young to be in the game for real. Someone's way too young to be in the game. Like they'll drool at any amount of money or type of money. What time is it? It's 4:15 here. It's 5:15 here. And I'm going to be staying live until about 6:37. Someone does not need to be trusting nobody new right now when it comes to work. Don't do it. Trust your instinct. You say, well, I know I could collab with this person. I could do this. I could do that. Don't do it. That's what they're saying. Don't do it. Do not take that. Feels like you letting somebody else have control over what you do for work. Don't do it. They're gonna fuck you up or frame you. They're just saying it's an overall bad idea, and I don't think you're being paranoid about it. I do genuinely think that this is a bad idea. I see you, Malibu. It's been a minute. Let me get fresh with your energy real quick. Let's see. Let's pick some music for you. Ooh, blowing shit out of proportion already. There's someone blowing shit way out of proportion. Let's do it there. Bay leaf class. Is it Aquarius blowing things out of proportion for you, Malibu? Or it could be your money mentality. That you're like, I'm gonna keep it 100, like I'm just trying to make some money. Yeah, don't. Oh, someone said, Malibu said, don't get it twisted. I'm not for the faint of heart. And I love how I did put that somewhere. I think I put that out on Twitter. And that was just a vibe. It was like, I'm not for the faint of heart. Like, I'm not for somebody who cannot take the real shit. I am not for somebody. I'm not about to play with nobody right now. Like, I'm not for you. For your type. I am not your expectation. Alright, so we're going to do general all aspects for Miss Malibu. Ooh, do right by me or else. Yeah, you got to pray for a piece like me. You telling somebody off. Who you telling? You got to pray for a piece like me. Who are you telling off? Miss Malibu. They said the lowers in reverse. Here we go. Okay, so Malibu. Just getting a little bit into your energy. They do talk about feeling depressed, but now feeling giddy. So it's like you went from depressed to feeling like a little bit more hopeful about your situation. Also very giddy. I feel like excited. I feel like you're excited. I feel like there's something to do with like Fruit Loops. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but they be talking about like sugar high. They be talking about Fruit Loops. They be talking about getting into sugar. And maybe it's like certain people are just a little too fruity for you. And like I said, I do not mean disrespect by that shit. I'm just saying this situation is not. It's definitely not what you're feeling. I think you heard through the grapevine that this would be a good idea. Or I think you heard through the grapevine that like the grapevine being intuition, and the grapevine being like spirit, the grapevine possibly being like advertisements online where you're starting to see a bunch of different things pop up and you're kind of taking that and running with it and be like, oh, intuitively I feel like I should go here and do this and do that. And I feel like that's working for you. I do. I think that you trust yourself just a little bit more, just a tad more. I think before we've had problems with fully adjusting to certain, like to things that make you uncomfortable, but now I feel like you're kind of taking the risk factor and like you're blowing that shit off the board. Like you've gotten a lot better with risking certain aspects of yourself in order to get better or be better or to conquer. I'm excited for you, honestly, because we have 10 of staves here, which is like, okay, line them up, back up, back up. What I got in my head was like people like backing up a truck, be like back up, or like a whole plane when they bringing the plane out type shit. They directing the plane type shit. That's what I keep getting. I've been having difficulty understanding my own energy. I'm all over the place. I feel that. I feel that, man. I feel that. Ace of Spades. So you feel like you got some magical pussy. You feel like you got some magical pussy. And it's like nobody's able to slay that dragon, though. Nobody's able to slay that dragon the way you need, the way you want. Oh, man. You fending them all out. Look at this. I love these cards, man. Shook. Let's see what else we got. Science to deliver. They talk about paperwork for this upcoming month. They talk about big paperwork, big money. I got big money, more problems. Big money, more problems. It's possible that this whatever you're getting when it comes to paperwork has something to do with consistent income or some source of consistent income that you've been looking for a minute. They be talking about you possibly using this money to invest in like a new car or a new home, larger space, or I think you're trying to keep your cool too when it comes to money. Definitely saving. I'm getting like the saving vibe right now. Like you might feel like chicken scratch now, but I feel like prices are going down right now, so you literally have nothing to worry about. Yeah, Frankie. Once I'm done with Malibu's reading. Shockingly, you've done a lot of like, you've done things that you didn't even think you could do. That's the funniest part. Like I'm gonna go out and say you're a frugal person, right? But you've done things like you flip money in ways you didn't even know you could flip money. You know what I mean? You make money in ways, or maybe that's inappropriate to say, but you just flip shit. I think that people don't really understand what, like, just being around you, I think makes people feel richer or makes people feel more powerful, more strong. I think you've been very hard to crack because you're so protective of your children, of your finances. They keep talking about a garden, and like I'm gonna even show you the card. They keep talking about you protecting your garden, like things that you have built for yourself, just for you, no one else to fucking leech off of and try to take. And then the three of coins, it's like people is obviously aiming for one specific goal with you, and you just not feeling that. Just trying to squeeze shit out of you. Oh, okay. So you are going to be cutting off people in July for sure. Confucius, Three of Staves. Yeah, you are going to be literally kicking people out of your way. Because to me, I think that you have already paid your price. Okay, you paid your dues. What's limiting you right now, it just feels like the home situation. I'm going to be real. It's the home situation. It's just trying to get the fuck out of here. Yeah, they just keep saying, like, don't get in my fucking way of this. I'm going. I'm gone. And see, it seems like you cutting off pretty much everybody in this singular area in July. I just think that everyone's gone. Like, just everyone. Like, there's a whole situation where you're washing everyone away or washing everybody off your body. Because I keep getting the fact that people keep putting their negative energy on you. You're just washing it all off. You're like, get the fuck away from me. Goodbye. Goodbye. See ya. Bye. See ya. Bye. See ya. And now people are going to call you avoidant. They're going to call you a bitch. They're going to call you someone who's like hard to handle or hot-headed. But all of these things I would take as like, I would take those words very, very lightly. Because at the end of the day, you knew people was going to be angry. You knew people was going to be pissed off. And it's just not worth the engagement. You are moving, you are moving quite quickly for everybody else though. I want to make that clear. When it comes to the romantic things, you're testing it out. You're testing the waters. So don't feel the need to be like, give me more now. Because that's going to come once you feel secure and safe in yourself. The problem, Malibu, is that when you don't feel secure and safe in yourself right now, you also put that outwards on the table when it comes to your dating life. When it comes to your, like, you know, when you're communicating with people, you're looking for ultimate security. And I just don't think you'll find that when you're not in your ultimate secure mode. You are bouncing back and forth with people still. It does seem like you're more open to conversing. It does feel like you act more like you're here for like a attention, a little friendship, a little, you know, someone to dine with. Someone to dine with. And I would keep it with that. I would keep it fun. They are talking about rent. Rent is due or rent is coming up. Oh man, you're moving, like every single sign points to you leaving, to you moving for real. Let me get out my other deck here. Oh, okay. So they're talking about you need to respect me and respect where I'm at in my life. That's where I'm picking up. You need to respect me and respect where I'm at in my life because we are not in the same place. We are not in the same place and I am not waiting on you. That's what I feel. We are not in the same place. You a deadbeat bitch. You know, we're not even in the same fucking field. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like with the person you're dealing with currently. You know, we're not even in the same fucking realm right now. I just don't think this person is serious enough about life. Like, they might be fun and feel exciting, but at the end of the day, I just feel like they're not serious enough about life in general. And so that's kind of like the biggest warning sign, I guess, about the Scorpio, is that they act like they're for everyone or for every experience, and you don't like that. You don't like that they're not certain on where they need to go and what they need to do. You know me? You know what I mean? Like, you just think that there has to be an explanation for why this person is so avoidant with, I guess, talking serious or talking, like, they might be a love talker, a smooth talker, but they don't talk about life. And that's what you kind of wonder about. That's what you kind of worry about. You're like, I mean, you just aren't serious. Like, where's the backbone? Where's the effort? Where's the backbone? You said, I'm concerned about having surgery again. It's nothing like me mentally. I think that's going to go fine. They do talk about, like, possibly... Oh, shit. You might have some head issues or some, like, because you get too nervous, they talk about a lot of anxiety getting in your head, and that might cause some of restlessness in that. They do talk about possibly switching some diet problems that you have before bed, or switching something. There's some type of ritual or something that you do before bed, and it's possible that you just don't sleep at all. Keep that in mind. that you need to kind of get rid of in order for this to go like 100%. Because if you go in tired, you're going to be worried, you're going to have a panic attack. They keep talking about anxiety and panic, like in distress. Also, you know, like when before surgeries, when they tell you not to eat, or they tell you not to do something, not to take something, not to eat, make sure you remember not to eat and not to drink. That's what we'll be talking about. And you'll be fine. Overall, I see you being fine. I'm kind of liking where the better, like, it's like your outlook on love and romance before was so like, this is a waste of time. But I think it's because you're afraid of getting serious with someone and then having to leave, vice versa. Okay, I think that is so hard for you to fully commit because you're afraid of someone just being like misunderstanding, I guess, your emotions, and then misunderstanding your what you're there for. Because at the end of the day, I think you communicate very well with people. You're very direct. And now whether they like that or not is kind of also on the table. But I really like that you're kind of going towards this more mellow, let's have fun, let's chill. I don't know how I'm going to look physically. I don't know if it's going to mess with me mentally. I don't think so. I don't think so. I genuinely believe that right now, the biggest thing that you're going to have to maintain is the anxiety part. Because getting in your head right now is just, that's dangerous overall. It's not even just dangerous for the physical piece. It's very dangerous for the financial piece and the emotional piece. Because once you kind of go down that route of like a panic attack that lasts weeks and then months and then continues on, it's like you was just in that realm and you just broke out of that shit. You know what I mean? And you've gotten way better with the coping mechanisms, way better with taking your time out and taking care of yourself. So I want you to focus on that aspect, okay? Not so much on what is it gonna be, like what am I gonna look like. You can't really, that's not necessarily something that you're gonna be able to control until after the fact, right? So that's what they talking about. You really can't control it until after the fact. Oh, you're gonna smile a lot more. That's what they say. Okay, so they talk about I want to say you're looking for evidence here of something else. Let me see. I'm gonna look for whatever this is because they keep bringing it up, and I kept skipping over it trying to see evidence of what. Evidence of someone plotting or someone scheming. I don't know. Maybe it's just it may be paranoia. But they talk about evidence or paperwork or something like that. Bringing evidence to the table for some type of paperwork. Evidence of credit or evidence of something. Something you have to bring to the attention of professionals. Maybe it's like changing your medical history or something like that. They talk about bringing up something. That's really got you. What are they talking about with evidence, babe? What are they talking about with evidence? Evidence to leverage against someone? Maybe it's credit history. Say if you're talking about at my job, I'm always keeping my eyes open. I got you. I just want to comment. Your energy is so much calmer than when we last talked. So much calmer because I know a lot of shit was going on at the time. Evidence of what though? And I feel like this is gonna be in July. Could be that someone's hiding shit or there's someone talking and telling lies. Can you make it sound? It seems like that. It seems like that, because when I initially mentioned paperwork, I was like, could it be something to do with the baby daddy? But then I also thought, like, okay, so if it's not the baby daddy, it could be something like court case, lawsuit. Could be something like signing paperwork in order to live in another place, in another home. Could be something like signing over shit. You know, it's to me, it's going to revolve around lifestyle change, and it's going to make a big difference within your financial career, within your financial life, your financial career. Could be something at work as well. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure, because they talk about evidence. That's the biggest thing that I pick up on here. Bringing up the evidence of things. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Brother, father, baby father. Could be several different things. That's why I'm not sure on the I'm not sure on the person. I'm not sure on the person, and I'm not sure on the situation, because they talk about claims, and that could be either one of them. So I'm gonna dodge over that. We're gonna hop over that. Hopefully it's a situation where you get that baby daddy situation and like handled, but I'm not really sure. Turn my music back on. Was there anything else you were looking for? Say if it's work, then I keep all my information. It's definitely talking about evidence, though, of shady shit. And they do say it has to do with a man. They say don't be naive. Don't take risks or make big moves without getting all of the information or the full story yet. Be cautious of people playing the victim or trying to get payback towards a certain situation. Talk about trust funds as well. They talk about court. Because I got the justice card like 5 different times now. I just wish I knew that what they were talking about. But they're not alluding to anything. That's why I'm like, okay. Maybe they just don't want you to know necessarily. Or maybe it's something that's kind of dependent on where you're at or what you do. So I'm going to leave that. What else did you want to look into? For July. Someone in your family is also pissed off at you? Is there a family member really mad at you right now? Yeah, because I think one of your family members is really pissed at you right now. Very mad. Or in July, they end up possibly completely cutting you off. And they're really mad. Oh, and then you mentioned your daughter, right? They're really pissed. And then you mentioned your daughter, right? You said my family is always mad at you. You said, is your daughter really going to join the army? Let's see. My mother. Oh, man. The can of worms. That's what I feel like with this fucking reading, is the can of worms. A passerby. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so your daughter, have hope in her? Or have faith? Your mom moved out. Okay. I see. Have faith in her. That's what it talks about. I do think she genuinely wants to join the army. Seems like your daughter does not want to she feels like you've put your all into supporting the whole entire family. Okay. She genuinely believes that like you are somebody who she's been able to entrust with taking care of people when she's gone, right? But at the end of the day, she's like, I'm also kind of a liability here. That's what your daughter feels. It's like, I feel like I'm kind of a liability though, because like I'm getting to the age, or I'm getting to the stage where I can actually do something. So like, how can I help her? How can I help my mother? That's what I feel like with your daughter. Because like, I'm looking here and it's like, she's very, very set on this idea that mom has done all this and all of that. Mom has gone through all this and all of that. And I haven't been able to control or do none of that. And she's like you, where she literally loves to control. She loves having control of her life. But it's been so up and down, right? And that's why I feel like you also can't, it's very hard for you to compromise. I think putting your daughter in this kind of position to you is just awful. It feels awful. No matter what parent you are, no matter what family member you are, if you have a family member that is going through this type of situation, it's very, very awful. It feels awful. But at the end of the day, she's doing it for good cause, good reason. And I do think she would enjoy it. I think she would fall in love, honestly, with it. Or with somebody in the army. The army, man, let's be real. Hey, you've done your service. Thank you. But I genuinely believe she wants to do this. Okay, I do think she wants to take a ton of shit off your back. I do think that she also gets really mad at you, really pissed off at you. And that's why I said, I know you said your whole family's pissed off, but I feel like specifically this is definitely someone you care about. And I feel like she's really pissed at you. I feel like it's really hard for her to understand why you're so restrictive at this point in her life. And she knows it's because you care about her. She knows it's because you've sacrificed for her. But at the end of the day, she's like, listen, Mom, I can do this. I can do this. Like, you don't understand. I can do this. And you're like, sure you can. Yeah, she's like talking about your hot head. Both of y'all got hot heads. What are you talking about? Both of y'all got hot heads. Both of y'all. But she's already made up her mind on this. They talk about Canada. Is it she could possibly be stationed in Canada or in North America, somewhere up in the north? Up in the mountains. Pisces makes sense then. It does make sense why there's so much tension there with her, because she wants to take care of you, but you won't let her. Okay. You understand your position as the mother and that you're going to hold it down no matter what. And she's like, well, let me take care of you, or let me deal with you this way, let me deal with you that way. Man. Pisces. With a lot of Aquarius. I did pick up the Aquarius card like 3 different times. So I figured she was a stubborn one. She wants you to view her as an adult, basically. That's what I'm reading as well. She's like, this is an opportunity for me. This is my first step, or one of my biggest decisions as an adult, and I need you to trust me on this. So, I know it's scary, very scary, and I'm sure I think I see her shaping up as well. So there's something to do with you not trusting her at all, which is understandable. You don't trust anyone with your kids, but you should trust her. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you raised her right. She does fuck around, okay? But she does it with the understanding that she is fucking, like, when she puts herself in certain predicaments, she understands that she's putting herself there, okay? So that's what's going on. It's like, she wants you to understand that you can trust her. Okay? You can trust her. That's what she feels. Like, Mom, I know you trust nobody else, but at least trust me. I'm your daughter. That type of thing. She got that same motherfucking stubbornness that you got. But she's soft. She's very, very soft. I'm not saying you're not. But you also grown. Yeah, you're telling her update her fucking lifestyle. That you need to get your shit together. You need to get away from shitty people. If you're trying to be a woman, they act like a woman. That's basically what you're trying to say. You said she get past basic training. Okay. You said she will have all my respect. I feel like she will, by the way. I do feel like she would. I do feel like she would. And you're right. You are. This is the thing, too. You are right. And I think that's why she's also mad. Because you are right about her current scenario with her physical. You are right. And that's what pisses her off. So. Any other questions, Miss Malibu? I'll give you like 2 more if you come up with anything. Relationship life is heading towards, I think, pretty much a dead end. Not because, like I said, you don't have options. It's mainly because the options that you have are poor quality. Because right now you're trying to get your head straight, trying to get your situation stable. And when you don't feel stable, you also can't find yourself trusting men to make you stable. You hate that feeling. You hate the feeling of feeling weak. You hate the feeling of someone trying to baby you, or someone trying to put you into a predicament where they don't have enough. You hate that. You hate losing control. I don't see your relationship life going too far, but have fun anyways. That's my suggestion. Go out, have your little moments, talk to people one-on-one, because this is going to be what grows you into the beautiful flower that you is. Instead of shutting down shop, okay, yes, the move is more than likely coming up in the end of July. That came up, that was the first thing that popped in, by the way. Here, let's do upright. The move is coming in July. Right. End of July, beginning of August. So I think what you're going to find is that the market is opening up finally in August. And that you're going to be able to actually look at places large enough for your family. Okay? Because what I'm looking at too is like, there's just no place large enough. It's like you don't want to feel suffocated. You don't want your children to feel suffocated. You want to be able to have like a nice little place. Let everyone feel like they have freedom. Okay? For the most part. Alright, so I feel like that's the scenario you're going to be looking for in July and August. Is security for everyone to feel like they're in the right place. Not just you, because at the end of the day, you know that matters too. Okay? Am I going to get irritated with the people at my job? That's a given. That's a given. Too many red flags. They're all shady as fuck. They're all power hungry. They're all shady as fuck. Okay? You say, are you going to fall out with your supervisor? Are you going to fall out with your supervisor? This person, the supervisor is extra as fuck. There's a lot of things in order to gain power and attention. I'm going to say the supervisor does not like you. And I feel like you know that they don't like you. I feel like you're going to get more information on this person and the way that they kind of talk or treat you behind your back. I feel like you do not trust this person, and it's for good reason. I feel like they literally do not fuck with you. They do not like you. I feel like they do some shady shit in the background or talk shit in the background. Yeah, they say but you can't control what this person thinks of you or how they're gonna treat you. So naturally, you're probably gonna have to just let this situation go, let this job go, walk away. Let's see, you say, yes, that's what they're busy saying about Lisa. Is don't trust her. Don't trust her. Do not trust the bitch. Don't trust none of them. In fact, it's just too. At this point in time, you already know that everyone in this job is toxic or the problem. You know what I mean? They'll do anything for a candy bar, talk about anyone for a candy bar type shit. And then you're going to have to, you know, I think you're going to have to just let this whole situation go. But that comes with also the move, change of location. He said, will you be moving with your brother? I'm going to say I don't think you're just your brother enough to move with him. He's already made the mistakes in the past, and so for you, it's so hard for you. Yeah, it's so hard for you to lean into that. You just do, for some reason, when this person says help, let me help you, you just don't believe that. You do not trust that. So it's going to be, I'm going to say, that's going to be your last choice. That's going to be last ditch effort, if anything. Okay. I want to say that you still don't trust the situation as much as you should if you're moving into it. You know what I mean? You just think there's way too much evidence leverage against him for what he's talking about and how he's talking about situations. You do not think he's stable enough. And this goes all the way back to what I said about the romantic situations as well. When I was talking about how the fact that people don't have their shit together, or men don't have their shit together, is like a trigger for you, right? And because you also don't have your shit together right now, you just cannot trust anyone. You cannot feel out anyone. You can't reach out to anyone. You don't feel comfortable enough to do that. Okay? Because that's what I'm feeling. It's like you don't trust a motherfucking word. And maybe like you say, maybe you will have a change of heart with, some more finances and stuff coming in. Maybe you will have a change of heart. But still, at this point in time, I will say, because you do not trust him, that would be last ditch effort. You understand? That would definitely be last ditch effort. And then you also say, so I'm going to say more than likely you're going to try to move somewhere else. All right. And I see in August is going to be where a place comes up for you. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that solidly because they had said home, house. And I'm going to say solidly that it's August instead of July. End of July might be when you're looking around in places, maybe going to walkthroughs, walk-ins, scoping out locations. And August is when I'm going to say solidly you're going to know where you want to be or where you need to be. Places are going to open up like fucking hot potatoes. Okay? So I'm going to say July, looking around. August, there it is. Alright? And then your man, you said a sugar daddy. Oh, they said not a sugar daddy, a peanut gallery. They said not a sugar daddy, but a fucking peanut gallery, though. somebody who likes attention, someone who's a parent. It doesn't look like this person is parent, has children, but likes attention, like they're a child. Does feel like this person can fuck good, but they seem to have guilt over their past, or their past relationships, their past situations, or it feels like they're guilty in some type of way. It's like they it's possible that this person is still not over a person because they hurt them so bad, or they did some fucked shit. They might even confide in you about the fucked shit that they did. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, this person I think has restless thoughts or restless nights where they think about their ex and how horrible they treated them, and they're trying to be better. They're trying to get better, but I feel like this person needs a lot more stability, a lot more therapy. They feel like they need to talk to somebody about this shit because they're confused, and I feel like they might confide in you about their ex, about how they're supposed to treat their baby mother situation. Or they might try to tell you or talk shit about their baby mother and be like, oh my God, she's such a fucking handful. She's so this way, she's so that way. She's this way, she's that way. She's a hoe. When in reality, he's the one who fucked up. I'm just letting you know the reason why he's got such a bad taste in her mouth when it comes to this person is because she called him out in every which way. You know what I mean? It was toxic on both sides, but she called him out in every which way. You gotta be there constantly. That's what it's feeling like to me. Now, the next chill relationship, I'm going to pull a couple cards for that. Malibu. And it's because, I'm trying to get reacquainted with your shit. The next chill relationship, where it just feels like, something that you can be amused by, have fun with. Let's see about that. When is that happening, and what is that going to be? Next chill relationship. They said, okay, so they said they're getting it 5 months. Possibly 5 months. Or you might talk to somebody for 5 months before it fucking spoils. I'm not laughing at you, I promise. Just the way they be saying such shit sometimes get me fucking giggly. Okay, so I'm going to say that more than likely you're going to meet a person who is an air sign. So they talk about Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And they do talk about this person being very, very closed off or shut off, it feels like. It feels like a lot of their emotions are shut off, and that kind of scares you initially. I do feel like this person comes through a period in your life where you feel a little bit more stable than what you feel right now. Because like I said, you on a roll right now. You on a mission, but you're not in a stable position. You know what I mean? And so it's possible that I see you going more out, like dating. Like this is where you're actually going physically out and going on dates with someone. So I see that popping up. Like I said, more than likely I'm going to say it's an air sign. Now, it could also be the Scorpio if he got air in his shit. You know what I mean? But I'm going to say I'm going to say it's an air sign. Because they have such a strong demeanor about them. They're very, strong and silent side, which is what you like. Let's be real. You don't like someone who's going to be talking to you. You trying to talk. You know what I mean? And you going to be shy, so you want them to ask questions. And then you out talking and shit. You know what I mean? You want someone who actually thinks about what you say, who hears what you say. Okay? That's what's up. Hi, Kai. Yep, it seemed like an air sign to me. And I think it's more or less going to be something that goes really slow. It cooks. It takes time to cook. So, or maybe you cooking for this nigga. So, I think it'll be interesting. I like the way it sounds. It's not going to be the Scorpio if I move. No. No, ma'am. No. Scorpio ain't got money to fucking be moving around to where you move. You know what I mean? Scorpio ain't even got the fucking gas money. I think this person tries to lie about being more stable than they actually are. It's like, I think this person struggles quite a bit. This person struggles quite a bit. They struggle mostly with mental and being. They talk about this person possibly struggling with being a father, and if not a father, then a man. Like, they just struggle with the idea of being in a commitment and being the man or the pants of the relationship or the driving force. You know what I mean? It could be both of those. It probably is both of those things. That's pretty real. I mean, I get where he's coming. I get where Scorpio is coming from, though. I think he comes from a decent place, but he's really not that. He's smart, right? But he's not that good at. He just really has to feel out his own emotions on things, because sometimes it's like he's not good at holding it down, or not as good at keeping his money, keeping his home situation stable, because I think he lets his depression kind of cave in on him. What's kind of fucked up about the scenario is that he feels like he has nobody, and like when he talks to women online, it's weird. It's really weird. It's like almost he's seeking out someone to love him because he ain't got that. I mean, he's never had that. So he's seeking desperately for someone to love him. But I feel like it never works out, because he's going about it within the order. He just doesn't love himself like that. You know what I mean? He don't love himself. So that's where the struggle really comes in. You said, but let's keep it a buck right now. I'm handicapped. Please. Handicap, but you make it work. Handicap ain't stop your cat type shit. Like, please. You're good. You gonna get yourself back up and running. I think you taking it easy, which is actually, in this case, I think mentally and physically is a good thing for you. But don't look, just because you feel handicapped, don't look down on yourself like that. Don't deal with somebody who is like a big fucking wet crybaby, or not big fucking wet crybaby. Don't deal with somebody who's lower than your standard, right? Because you are like, well, you know, I'm fucked up. You know what I mean? No, you're not. Let's be real. It's like you're not at your original girl power mode, but you also, like, you still got it. Compared to these people, keep it a buck. Compared to what you've been dealing with, keep it a buck. Cause damn. Cause goddamn. I'm just saying, some of these motherfuckers out here, you don't want none of that. Take an extra 3 hours to get it started and shit with some of these motherfuckers. Hard to hate it. Well, find someone who could be gentle with you, who doesn't need to go right into it, you know, right into the mix. Like I said, I get where Scorpio's coming from, but Scorpio ain't Scorpioing. Like, instead of Casanova, it's kind of like depression. Where have I been? Just chilling, getting away from humans. From people. Enjoying life. Trying. You know what I mean? I'm back now, though. Frankie, are you still here? Are you still here? I'm trying to escape you. No, I'm always gonna come back. That's the problem with me. Damn, man. Yes, I am. Yes, ma'am. I'm taking readings until, let's just round about and say 7. Frankie, it's been a second. Of course, Malibu. Always a pleasure. And thank you for the new cards. I really enjoy them. Ladies, we was trying to shake some of that dust off. Trying to get back into the headspace, mind space. He said freaking Scorpio. Alright, Frankie, we're going to pull your cards. Make sure this is set up right. I love the Oracle messages, by the way. Let me put these back there. Miss Frankie. Now, where did they go? Where did these motherfuckers go? I put them away. Oh, they're down here. Sorry about that. I missed y'all. I'm gonna be real. There was countless times where I debated on whether I should get on live or not. There was many times where I was sitting here like, I need it. I need it. I need it. But then I was like, but I don't feel right. And if I don't feel right, I feel like I can't do it. I feel like I can't read properly. That's funny. I didn't know they were coming out with a new game either. I do. I love the Diablo deck. It's my favorite. I'm gonna be real. It's actually my favorite one. I love the black and red theme. Yeah, because I know when I'm not feeling right, I just don't want to put that energy out there, you know? That's not my intention with doing this. My intention is to give it to y'all raw and real instead of projecting or putting anything negative out. Now, I'm not saying I can't come through a little bit with it, whatever, but I just want to make sure that it's flawless, that it can be as direct as possible, even when things aren't too steady within your lives. I want to make sure it's direct, that it's there. All right, Frankie, that one kind of slid out, so I'm gonna try to read and see if it comes out. I feel like I just did. Let's see. Guess what? What's up? Oh. It's in their nature. That's what I picked up on. It's in their nature. Finally quit. Oh shit! You finally quit your goddamn job. That crazy ass bitch with Karen. Oh shit! I bet that felt fucking good. With fucking Karen. Oh shit! You working with a man's? Oh fuck! I'm glad it worked out for you. I'm glad it worked out for you. Okay. Hired a lawyer. She's working on the child. Oh shit! Miss Rita, good across the board. Damn. Get that shit. I knew he was on the come up. Alright, Frankie, I got four oracles out for you. I felt right before just because they was I could tell they was telling a story. So the first card is number 32, nature. Try to show you the cards before I read them. The next card is number 50, trickery. Number 14, distance. And number 41, risk. Excuse me. Okay. So we're going to start with nature, number 32. Congratulations, Mr. Rita. It's great news. All right. It is our connection to nature that fills our spirit and reunites us with divine energy. Living in a city full of concrete buildings, it can feel as though Mother Nature resides so far away. But she is here in the grass that sprouts up in the cracks on the sidewalk, in the overgrown empty lots, in the birds that mingle with us in the park. All we need to do is look, and we will find that connection. Nature asks that you see the evidence of divine energy that is all around you, regardless of the landscape. When nature appears, it may also indicate that you are long overdue for some outside time. Take this as a cue to go for a walk, head into a park, or go to the beach. New ideas and inspiration will come through connecting with nature. So, like, initially when I felt the vibe, right? It's in their nature type shit. It was definitely more about, and we have mischief as number 31 too. So I'm just saying, like, it's right next to what we just talked about. And then the next card is trickery, right? What I think they were talking about was lifestyle, right? That's what I felt like. It's in their nature. It's in their nature to plot, to steal, to chase, to take. It's just in their nature, you know. So when they take it in the literal route of nature, while I do think you are feeling suffocated, or crushed by some shit, or just maybe crushed by revelations and stuff like that, I do think you need space, like physically and emotionally, away from people for a second. But I also feel like this is talking about the people that you're dealing with, in which it's in their nature to be this way, to act like this, and to play this way. You know what I mean? So I think there's a couple of different meanings there for you. Next card is trickery. Trickery. Crows are known for stealing another bird's stash and then hiding it, covering it up with leaves and throwing it off its tracks. Trickery brings to your attention that someone may be trying to deceive you. There we go. When trickery happens, it is a signal to be aware, to be more conscious of the actions of those around you, because someone may be trying to employ a little bit of deception to get what they want. Okay? If you have a contract to sign, give it a closer look. There may be a clause in there that was not discussed that you may find unfavorable. Trickery takes many shapes and sizes. From the innocent trickery to get someone out of the house so that the birthday party can be prepared, to an employer using their position to get you to work overtime by promising a promotion that will never materialize. This card may also indicate that your situation could benefit from allowing for some innovative and creative thinking. Little deception for the sake of the greater good may be warranted. Okay. And so again, it comes up with that double meaning. But also, when you just brought up, I've been wanting to get out and go to the beach. Now, they could be also talking about work here, too. They could be talking about this idea that, like, you need a new location to explore your creative side, to explore your work. You need a new location because you've gotten too comfortable. Okay? And I feel like in these types of situations where you start feeling way too comfortable, like way too used to the bullshit, to the drama, to the, like, back-to-back bullshit, it's like, I just think it's really bad for you. It's really bad mentally. It's taking its toll, possibly. Okay? It's taking its toll. Still dealing with my stepmom trying to take the house. I see. Okay, 14 is distance, so maybe they are talking about some physical distance here, more or less. Talk about taking risks. So that's why you've gotten way too comfortable, and it's kind of clouding your mind a little bit, because I think you're just so used to constant just bullshit on top of bullshit on top of bullshit every single night or every single day. So they're trying to let you know, like, it's okay now to step back. It's okay now to go towards something that's more positive, or to go towards your creative endeavor instead of hyper focusing on this situation where, in all seriousness, it's never ever going to get better until you change your perspective. You know what I mean? Or until you give up. Not give up, but to walk away is important. Okay? To take your breath. Okay? He said, do you know how many more people are in front of me? I want to take a nap. I think like 1 or 2 people. So I'm finishing up Frankie. I have one more card after this one. And then I think 2 more people, I believe. Alright. So we have distance. To get the lay of the land, sometimes you need to take a look from a distance. Distance indicates that you will be best served by taking a step back so that you can see the bigger picture. You may be focused too narrowly in one area, while there is a whole world out there to explore. You may need to consider if growth within a situation or a relationship is at risk of being stunted due to overcritical or nitpicky actions. Are you able to see the potential even if there are a few flaws? Of course, you might find distance distance appears when you are too focused on one positive aspect of a situation or event, while missing all of the negative outcomes that may potentially exist. Distance as if you are too close to a situation to remain impartial or unbiased. You may benefit from taking a leave of absence or literally putting some distance between you and the situation by taking a trip. Okay. So they talk about you can gain new perspective or entirely different view of the situation by walking away first or leaving the situation first. You know, gather yourself first is basically what they're saying. It's possible you may learn a couple of things even just by doing your events, doing what you would normally do, and you might learn it through a experience that you're not necessarily I'm not going to say it's an expectation that you're going to go out and learn something every time you go out to a fucking gig. But what I will say is that it's very possible that certain situations and scenarios that play out directly in front of your eyes, whether it involves you or does not involve you, may play a huge part in the way that you're going to act next towards your housing situation and towards your mother. Okay? I just saw someone walking. That's rare, especially in the smoke that's been happening in New York. Okay? The event is called Small Sound. It is so the kids and teens can learn to perform their music, but it's also a few hours away and it's a little complicated getting it organized. That's awesome. But that's really cool. That's really cool that y'all doing that for kids. That's really cool. But I feel like the relationship with the mother plays a really big part in what you're going to see on this trip. Okay, I'm not going to say it's something that directly involves you, but you're going to see a dynamic in a situation that triggers you into approaching something a little bit differently so this situation can get finally somewhere and sorted out. Oh, smoke. Right now we're having smoke from the Canadian fires. And it's been kind of clogging up the air. It makes everything super dry and smell like fire. You know what I mean? Because upstate has been getting the brunt of shit. So, this is the last card. It's 441. Risk. The clams on the rock presented an interesting opportunity. The clams on the rock present an interesting opportunity for the daring crow. Despite the raging waves that threatened to pull the crow into the water, the bird held its position long enough to grab a piece of clam meat.
You may need to assess if the reward is worth the risk. And if it is, now may be the time to take a chance on something you desire. Risk brings to your awareness an opportunity that others may forego out of fear. As a result, you may discover there is less competition, opening the door for you to succeed more easily. You got me? You got me. So to me, it's very interesting that there is kind of this thing where you're dividing your whole and utter attention possibly towards your drama. It's not your drama. The problem is it's not your drama, right? It's drama that's happening in your life and can be directed and aimed at you. But whatever this remnant is, when it comes to your mother, and when it comes to anger or her hatred or the intensity that she carries, I don't think it has anything to do with you, but you're still ending up kind of tied and pulled into that, right? And so they're letting you know, instead of investing in other people's shit, invest in your own shit, okay? If you take yourself out of the equation, basically the equation will solve itself. Okay? Or money isn't the focus, the children are the focus. That sounds really cool. When I was a fucking kid, I would do anything for shit like that. That's amazing. That's all very cool. Very awesome. Can't wait for it all to be wrapped up. Exactly. Yeah, you should not be the one left to solve that situation. You know, it's just not yours. It's not yours at all. It has nothing to do with you. Whatever her argument it is, whatever her emotions are, it has literally nothing to do with you, and yet it's still going towards you in some type of place. So that's why I'm saying, get away. And you're gonna find a balance. Everything's gonna solve itself. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you. I'll be filmed, so I will share all the link. That'd be awesome. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. We have such talented musicians coming out right now, and they're all so young, like 17, 18. Such talented people. Great advice. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you too. Thank you for rolling through, Frankie. It's been a minute since I've been acquainted with your energy, and I appreciate it. Alright, next up, I saw Alex. It's insane and awesome. I love it. Damn. People was out walking early this morning, man. I don't know what time that smoke advisory was supposed to go down. Plus it's a Friday. Alex, you here? This is smoking for the damn motherfuckers. Say it's too early for all that. I agree. I agree with that. Alex, if you're here, let me know what you want. Because you said update for the last read. Smoking the air is the worst. It's bad. It's really bad. Okay. So recently I've done a reading for you. I think I did on Twitter, right? On Twitter. So you want a little update? You want me to make sure it's all going through? It's all happening? I got what you mean. I got it. I think. If you're the right person. Sometimes there's a delay on the stream, y'all. So I see. Here's the thing. I see y'all when you type in chat, but the delay just makes it a little confusing. How's the air quality up there? I know you wait. It's bad. It's pretty bad. I'm gonna be real. We've had probably 2 days. A couple weeks ago when it first started, we had full on like fog. It was like smog. Someone pulled out like a fucking smog machine and just started firing shit off. And then yesterday and today it was lesser than the first time, but it's still pretty bad. It's really bad. And people had like the N95 masks on and all that. I just haven't even been. I'm not even about that situation. You know what I mean? I live on a hill, so I think I'm a little bit luckier because in the area that I live there's a large grove that goes over the lake, and so everybody down there is smoked the fuck out. And where I get some fresh air up here, that like the air, is so fucking dry, so dry. Like even wearing my contacts when I'm out, I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now, dude? The shit just be dropping out my eyes and shit. Like, it's annoying. It's really annoying. I feel bad for all of the shit that's being lost, right? Like all the habitats and shit that are being lost. It really sucks because that situation was happening in California not that long ago. Let's be real, and that destroyed a lot of shit. And destroyed a lot of animal habitats. I feel mostly bad for the animals. I'm gonna be real. People too that are losing their homes, but like more for the animals. You know what I mean? But hopefully it gets a little bit better in the air conditioner in my car. I see. Yeah, no, it's like, it smells like pure fire outside. It smells like pure fire. I have a air purifier in my room just so that I can kind of filter some of that shit. I got a giant one, kind of hogging it type shit, because that is like this one. I see this woman out here walking and she's breathing hard. This bitch breathing heavy. Respect for her getting up this morning in the fucking smog, though. Get it, lady. Yup, you have to let it burn until it goes out by itself, until it suffocates itself. Crazy. All right, Alex. And then Miss Tarita is you. So, Alex, you want to see where the situation is at? Where is the situation? So you say it's surreal. It's surreal. You're like, damn, this situation is really happening. It's really happening right now. Yeah, since it should hit y'all soon. It should hit y'all really soon. Because we're just getting over it, so it's flying right towards y'all. Okay, Alex. Yeah, this is. You're like, damn, is it really happening now? Is it really happening fucking now? That's crazy. I see you getting giddy and shit. Take the risk. Okay, so they're telling somebody to take the risk. I feel like it's the person that you're with. Yeah, okay, so they said that the person that you're with is going to take a very large risk very, very soon. I feel like it could be in July or beginning of August. July or beginning of August. I feel like someone's going to take a big risk and come towards you. Physically. That's what they talk about. Physically coming towards you. You're like, what does this person want from me? Da, 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 da. Someone has major Scorpio in their chart. Major. No, oh my God, like what if this situation ends up this way, ends up that way? No, I see y'all living together, actively living together and being together physically. I see some other things happening too. Yeah, I see some other things happening too. Someone's coming out of a pretty shitty or rocky family situation. Feels like this is a lot safe. Whoever this woman is, this is a lot safer. Feel like you can be safe with this person. I feel like this person could also, ooh, somebody could be getting pregnant. Somebody could be getting pregnant. And someone could have a baby. I feel like it's all love in this situation. Like, I feel like this person genuinely has hope for this, and it's not like when you think about how fast I think things went between y'all, how much like connection you already had pre like anything, pre like getting into the more intimate bits of your relationship. I think that this is the one. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that y'all was able to just kind of like sprout off of nothing and keep going, little to no issues. You know, at the end of the day, the issues were very, very minimal. I feel like y'all told the truth in y'all situations. I think this is like, this is it. This is it. I like the way it's looking. I don't see anything negative. I don't see anyone being like, oh, this situation is way too good to be true. I think that y'all do trust each other. I think it's hard for her to, I think I've told you this, but it's hard for her to solidly just believe you're everything you say you are, because she's been disappointed before, but at the same time, she trusts you. She trusts you. She trusts you to help her or trusts you to be her man. So she's getting there. She's definitely getting there. She's getting there. I saw the pregnancy. I saw pregnancy. I did see that, and I saw fertile. You know, she fertile. She fertile myrtle up in a bitch. So I'm saying, if you're not ready for that, you're gonna have to break that shit down in P's and Q's. Do not allow her to push you towards that just because you feel comfortable. Because at the end of the day, if you are not prepped, entirely, if you don't feel entirely with it, do not go for that. You know what I mean? And I know you have your own best interest at the end of the day, even when you love the woman. Because you love the woman, but also it takes your own fair share of trust and communication. And like, you need to see how she is in the physical realm of y'all just like existing and coexisting with each other. Which I think that's going to go well as too. I can see y'all, you know. I can see y'all being all booed up, all laid up, and, you know, all that. I see her taking care of you, you taking care of her. You know, I see all that. But you want to figure out more. Like, I just feel like it's a never-ending learning experience between the both of y'all. You just want to keep learning more and more and more about each other. And I think as you do, you fall deeper and deeper and deeper in love. Now, like I said, she's been talking about kids and babies and stuff like that. Make the boundary. Do not allow her to, you know, kind of go off on her own thing. Because at the end of the day, she should also work for that. You know what I mean? Well, y'all should work for each other when it comes to that. That's a really, really big step. And obviously, you're there for the situation. I understand that. If it said, slipped up. But if she's been talking about it, it's not a slip up. Let's be real. Unless you ain't got the right shit going on. You ain't got the protection in that. Come on now. If she been talking about a baby, you already know what's up. You already know what's up. This is a new adventure though. Okay? Take it easy. I saw end of July, early August. I pick up on Leo season. Okay? Leo season. For this move. For this spontaneous move. Looks great. Looks really good. I mean, I think there's opinions in the background where people are saying like, oh, maybe this is too fast, or maybe this is this way. I think it's possible that she's talked to people she's trusted about this scenario, about this situation, and she's kind of been like confiding in them and holding back because of that. But now she's trusting instinct, and she's going based off of instinct and saying, okay, well, listen, you know, I fuck with this dude, I love this man, and this is where it's at. Okay. And these people, they ain't never been solid like this man has been solid to me. So far, so good. So that's what she's trying to tell herself, is like, hey, like, this is a risk. This is a big risk. This is a big ask. But at the end of the day, I ain't never met anyone who's solid like this. Solid and consistent within communication. Okay? So that's what's up, Alex. That's what's up. That's where we at. All right, Miss Charita. Sorry about the mess, y'all. I need something. I have to quit nicotine. I've been off for a minute. Of course, Alex. As much as I can nail those emotions and nail those feelings down, she's a very passionate woman. She knows exactly what she's wanting. She's wanting you. She's wanting to be with you. She desires you to be next to you and near you. So those are all things that come through very, very strongly throughout the reading. It's all consistent because you've shown her consistency. And so because you've shown her consistency, she also would like to move forward with you. That's why she'll bring up shit like kids, and that's too soon, like I said. But she will bring up things that scream like solid, because she feels solid with you, next to you, near you. She feels secure, which is great. No matter what amount of money you be making, no matter what situation you're in, she feels secure. Okay? And that's a lot for a woman to feel that, to admit that, to be, you know, even given that type of energy. And just like, you know. He said, I know, you know what I love about our earth sign? We sit back and observe. We don't say shit, and we stay in our lane. Others make mistakes, learn from them and move accordingly, and people be hateful. I agree with that. You're right. No, you're entirely right. You're entirely right. Risk taking is just not necessarily earth nature. It's like, that's like the fucking desperado move type shit for earth signs. It's like that, you do never want to do that shit. You always want to stay in control, right? You always want to observe and stay in full control of your situation. So she's definitely my wife, and this is definitely forever. I'm on the right path. Thank you again. Of course. A woman that feels safe with you is the best thing you can ask in a relationship. Absolutely. That is when she feels secure next to you, when she feels safe next to you. Like, that shit takes a lot for a woman. And the same thing with a damn man, though. Same thing with a man. To feel like someone's not going to betray you or walk out on you, and no matter the situation, when it comes to finances, when it comes to, you know, transport, she always going to be there with you. When you feel that solid, that's crazy. That is insane. That's where it's at. Yes, marriage and happiness. Be our first marriage on CULTUREALI Tarot. Miss Charita, what's your question? It's hard for women to drop their guard and trust men these days, so the fact that she does, congrats on the wedding in advance. For real. For real.
every time I read for that situation, I feel like it gets stronger and stronger, to be honest with you. Because there's no doubts. Like, usually with people, when you're doing relationship readings, there's always doubts. Like, is this person doing this? Are they acting sly? Are they acting sneaky? Are they doing something behind my back? But it's completely, like, it's solid. So that's good. Very good. It's strange dreams seeing recurring numbers again, and now I just start working up 3 some days. Okay. So you want to see what's going on with you. Alright, we're going to use this deck. This is my dream deck. Surrealist Tarot. My daughter knew what it was, but I asked my sister, was she okay? But my sister said she was fine. Okay. So check in. I got what you mean. You got to the point. Let's see. They say you feel like you're going insane, and I got the I think it's called Coltrane. I think that's what that song is called. Talk about that. All the same relative to me. You got it shit, but got the shits up to my neck. And that whole dream feels like a fucking nightmare. Type shit. That's what they keep saying. Like, man, it feels so lucid. It's so heavy. Even if there's nothing bad happening in the dream, it still feels like a nightmare because you feel restless. You do not feel like you can get up. You don't feel like you're ready to get your day on. It just feels exhausting or tiring or draining. Like it's still dancing. You know what I mean? You're still dancing. They be talking about angels. I mean, they talk about angels and spirits and guides. I'm going to be real. You know, if there was anything shady going on, I would say, you know, more than likely what's happening is spiritual awakening energy. And what does that mean for you? Well, it can mean many things. Could be just way more awareness, way more comfort around spiritual things, way more comfort around like messages, especially when you're intercepting different messages that are meant for you or other people. You know, the fact that you're communicating about these things with other people is also, I think, kind of a sign. I think this is kind of a sign. This card just fell out, 4 of Swords. It's you're on edge. But let's see what they say about it. 8 of Pentacles, but you're cooking. Okay, so while you're on edge, you're growing to accept some of these scenarios or situations that are happening as normal, which is really good. What you should be doing is putting this in as one of your, like, it should be a part of your schedule. And I think you should start writing, like, maybe possibly a journal. Okay? Possibly a journal. Or start writing down some of this shit. Because at the end of the day, it's important for you to kind of try to diagnose what's going on in the subconscious, what's going on in the background. Because while you are very confident that your life is going somewhere good right now because there's been so many good blessings coming in, I think what you're not very confident on is how well you're going to accept them or receive them. Okay?
You're like scared to accept them and receive the good things, the good deeds, because you always think there's like a double meaning of it. Okay. So I think that right now, oh, they're showing you justice. Okay. So they're showing you justice. It's karma, justice. Everything's making sense. They gave me the wheel here. So everything's coming full circle. Everything's coming full circle. Everything's coming back to you. It was always meant to come back to you. It was always meant to come back to you is what they're saying. Princess of Cups. So now they're telling you that while you are confident, like I said, you're confident that your life is going somewhere good. But what you're not confident on is how well you'll be able to shoulder that or take the responsibilities coming up. But like, you understand the reason why people trust you. Like for example, we're gonna use the business part as an example. You understand why people trust you with money? You understand why people trust you with their children? Do you understand why people are able to trust you at all? Right? It's because you're solid. It's because you make no mistakes. And even if there is a mistake, you correct that shit instantly, right on the spot. Okay? So while you're sitting here and kind of distrusting yourself and very unsure footed, they're letting you know and telling you in your dreams even, bitch, snap the fuck out of it. If people can have this much trust in you, this much validity, then you also need to accept the fact that you a solid ass bitch. You need to, I know you're like going through the stage of like, I should humble myself. I shouldn't get too crazy with it and crazy with the confidence and cockiness and the boosting. But I think that you deserve some of that, right? You deserve some of that celebration to be like, damn, I did a good motherfucking job. Oh, shit. Yeah, I did that. That was me. You deserve that, though. That's something that you deserve. Honestly, like, it's not that, honestly, you just don't trust people enough to trust what they're saying when they do observe certain things about you. Observe, like I said, observe that you're solid, that you're loving, that you're focused, that you're passionate. Okay? You just really have to believe that you deserve this because of how much you've done for yourself, for your child, for your family. You have to believe that. Okay? And I think the more that you kind of lean into this spiritual way of doing things, so when you've been praying and stuff like that, and praying to God, praying to angels, praying to whoever, your guides, your people, your family, what I really want to do for you as well is to let you know that you're also allowed to pray to yourself. To reaffirm that you, not only did your, guides have a helping hand and people on the other side have a helping hand, but you also did this. This was off of your physical hard labor, your physical hard work, your mental work, where you put yourself through the notions, you put yourself through the emotions. Like, you also did this. You're also a part of this. It's not even like a 50-50. It's like an 80, it's like you maybe did like 95% of the work and they did the 5% of making you notice and realize, right? They kind of like dangled different pieces in front of your face and were like, this is where you got to go. This is what you have to do. Okay? They gave you like a really rough outline and you did all the rest of this shit. Okay? So that's what they're letting you know. Now, with the things around your daughter, I think the reason you're hyper aware because it is your daughter. You're spiritually aware and hyper aware because it is your daughter. These are like the prime years for your daughter of getting in touch with some of her awakenings, like some of her life experiences that are going to come later when she's older. She's going to start seeing, her family members. She's going to start seeing y'all's family members. She's going to start seeing spirit. And she's going to start, becoming way more open, like very, very open visually to seeing things as well. So you're going to also see things, but you're going to see some things in a different way. You're not going to see things necessarily visually, and you might not hear them audibly, but you will see them in your dream state. Okay? So you're going to know when something is negative. You're going to know when something's fucked up because it's going to be in those dreams that you've been having. You're very protective of your daughter, right? That's spiritually, physically, emotionally, and mentally, you're very protective of her. And because of that, you're having dreams of said protection. If it makes sense, you're kind of like leaving your body a little bit. You slipping away in the nighttime. You know what I mean? So you're slipping away in the nighttime and you're catching her. But that shows how strongly connected by blood, okay, and by spirit that you are. You're very, very connected. Okay. So when you're feeling like her cries for hunger, you might be dreaming of her being hungry, or dreaming of her, you know, wanting to knock back a fucking milk or some shit. You know what I mean? You're dreaming of her getting antsy, getting anxious, getting scared, you know, or crying for you. You're dreaming of these things. No. This is normal. This is normal. This is normal because you're connected. You know what I mean? It's normal. It's normal. Oh, look. We got 10 of Cups, which is a very, very good card. It's a happy ending card. It's a happy ending card. I wake up right before she gets... That is literally, like, I'm letting you know that is... Not only is that normal, but that is also something that intuitive mothers often do, is they match up, or intuitive females, I want to say. They match up with people that they love. They match up with our schedule. They're able to completely put their cycle onto like another person's shit. You know what I mean? And usually that's going to be the females because they're more spiritually open a lot of the time within the relationships, or just kind of like you're listening for key things. You're very, very much like a listener, and you take in the energy versus putting out the energy. Does that make sense? You more or less like a feeler and a listener. So that also carries over with how you express your spiritual endeavors. Okay? You're a feeler. You're a conductor. You can feel the heat. You can feel when people are crying. You can feel when people are sad. You can feel when people are stressed. That's where you're at right now within your spirit. I like to get up right before she's about to get up and cry. So you are on the clock, babe. You are on the clock. Woman's intuition. You are on the clock. He said she's gotten so big, she's about to start walking. That's so sweet. Little Gemini. Walking and talking. Trust and believe. Walking and talking is going to be so she going to do. She going to be talking up a motherfucking storm. Walking and talking. Yeah, but it's not just going to be your child. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be everywhere. So, you know, when people are coming into their spiritual awakening phase, a lot of the time what happens is when they're feeling all of these things, they mistake some of the more negative emotions or depressing emotions for their own. I'm not saying that, you know, sometimes you can't be a little depressed or sad or upset, but what you will do is carry other people's sadness and depressions and heartbreaks and feelings of like hatred and like, I would say the more negative emotions, you will feel them a lot heavier than what you was feeling before. You're gonna feel that shit on your back. Now, because you're so focused on your child, that changes things a little bit because you're focused. But once somebody else comes into the picture and starts kind of like being around you or presenting themselves to you, you're gonna start feeling, and it's possible that you start doing that in your romantic life, because they do talk about someone within romance, possibly another earth sign. But you might start feeling their emotions as well, and that's gonna make you very uncomfortable. Initially, what you're gonna need to do is to shut that shit down, like you've been praying. Because if praying is your conduit, they use your conduit to pray a shield around yourself or protection around yourself in order to keep certain people out the energy. That's why I appreciate separate myself from people because I can feel their negativity and it draining me. So you've just woken up completely to a lot of your gifts, and it definitely came out through motherhood because you became a lot more open to certain ideas. Is that soon? I believe so. That seems like something that's quite new. I say because you're going through the throes of like such good things, that it's possible that you want to celebrate with a little something. That seemed like an earth sign. I'm going to say a Taurus. He said, please don't let it be a Taurus. Look what's said. Look what's right here. But also, look what's on the back of Taurus is Gemini. But you know that the best pair for a Virgo is a Capricorn. So it could also be someone that you're dealing with that also has the same amount of stability. You're looking for someone intelligent. And I understand that, you have a lot of passion. You want someone with enough energy and enough drive. But you also want someone who's intelligent. Okay? And that's the intelligence part and the solid stability part. It's hard to come by. Right? It's hard to come by because you're going to have to sacrifice some of your time, which is something you hate. But you're going to have to sacrifice some of your time, your peace, your independence. I'm sorry, but Taurus men need a separate planning. Listen. Listen. Taurus men and Taurus women are very stubborn. Okay? Very, very, very stubborn. They are not moldable or bendable or controllable. I think it's honestly the same for all earth signs. They are not moldable or bendable or controllable. But if they have the right mindset, if they have the same mindset as you, you will find it very easy to get along with them people. Okay? Like, if they have the same goal as you at the end of the day. If they don't, you're going to know pretty fast because it's not going to go nowhere. Or it's going to end up in an argument. But if they have the same goal as you at the end of the motherfucking waterfall type shit, at the end of the fucking rainbow, that's where it's going to go. It's going to go directly towards there, whether you're dealing with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. If you guys have the same situation going on in your head, you automatically both will go hand in hand. That's just the way it works when you're dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Okay? You won't even have to have those conversations of like control yourself or contain yourself. Because at the end of the day, if they're looking for the same type of stability you is, it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy. And y'all going to be able to talk about things easy. And you're going to be able to like take things off your chest easily with another earth sign. Okay? I'm going to start looking for people in my West chart. He said maybe I should try Capricorn and Virgo go hand in hand. They often sort things out intelligently when it comes to emotions. Now, emotions also become a problem if one of y'all isn't more emotionally sensitive. And I would say, Mr. Reader, you're perfect. You're primed because you're more emotionally sensitive. Okay? You're also very spiritually sensitive, which would really work as well. So that would help with, if you're dealing with a Capricorn man, that would very much help with some of the anger, some of the more high, like uppity emotions. Okay. So around Capricorn and Aquarius probably would be where it's at for you, Mr. Rita. But they do say you're going to be dealing with a Gemini or a Taurus. Alright. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shannon, you said Gemini here. I love me some Geminis.
He said I was called a cougar. Shit, I'm not a. I'm not a. I'm a shark in a small tank. You think it's all? Okay, so I mean, it's kind of a hit or miss, right? With both Aquarius and Capricorn, it's very much a hit or miss, right? Because sometimes with an Aquarius, you'll get a oddball who's very intelligent, who's very, forward and honest with their communication. Depends on where they're at, honestly, within the Aquarius month. Let's be real. But if you're dealing with a cusper, 99% of the time you're going to get somebody who's more hardball, who's more honest, forward, a little mean. But let's be real, you like them a little mean, right? You like them a little mean and direct, but not playing hard to get. You like someone who's forward, whatever. Someone who minds your space. Someone who also likes their own space. You know what I mean? You like that. Someone who values money, that work. So it's gonna be a hit or a miss. At the end of the day, I think that you would fit very, very solidly with somebody who had Capricorn or Aquarius in the chart, just because you are already on the path of opening up a little bit more emotionally and sensitively. Especially because now you have a daughter and you don't want to project any of those any of the past bullshit that you had to deal with your own parents, your own situation within your own family, where you had to act hardball in order to get anywhere with them. You want to be able to converse freely and naturally with your own daughter. Okay. And I think that you're going to find someone who has a very similar mindset when it comes to their own children. And when it comes to you, because they got to get on those motherfucking kid-friendly gloves when they're dealing with you sometimes, because you can be very, very sensitive. Okay, but what you're not gonna do is play hard to get and fuck around with somebody that you are feeling like they're trustworthy, right? So that's what I mean. It's like, it's kind of a hit or a miss, because you never can guarantee that y'all are gonna be in a safe enough space in order to feel each other like that and vibe each other like that. But I also feel like if you truly wanted to find a connection, because you're bettering yourself and making yourself a little bit more available, emotionally and physically available, then you won't find a man. Okay, you won't find a long-term man. Obviously, you're always gonna have them red flags and those, little intuitive bumps where you're gonna know people before they even know you, before you really even see them. Let's be real. Say anything but a Cancer. Cancers, I would say, not the best for Earth signs. Not the best. Not the best. I would say that's a little, tumultuous. A little crazy. A little earthquake. I can't say that Cancer and Capricorn wouldn't work, because they're opposites. And sometimes opposites do work. And sometimes that's very wrong. They do not work. In fact, it's worse. It's 10 times worse than dealing with somebody else. So, Earth signs. Earth signs are always going to, low key, when it comes to like long term, they're always going to want other Earth signs. Okay? Because they just feel solid and secure around them. They feel safe around them. Because 99% of the time, they want the same thing once they get there emotionally and mentally. Now, if they're not emotionally and mentally sound enough for that, or secure enough for that, then you gonna know real quick. Because I know me, in my younger years, still young now, but in my younger years, trust and believe, I was a fucking mess. I was a fucking mess. I'm an Earth sign. I can't get along with Earth signs because they're immature. It's a maturity. It's about maturity. It's about where you're at, right?
And like I say, if y'all are really not on the same page, you're really not on the same page. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. Chemistry is everything. And chemistry wise, you can't have one very, very immature hot pistol and then another person who's like, I want to settle down with someone, I want a family with somebody, I want somebody to, you know, raise my daughter with. You can't. It's not how it works. Stay away from fire signs. Stay away from fire signs. To let you know now, do not. Just to put them down. Stay away from Sagittarius specifically. Stay away from them. I'm mature sometimes. I'm petty as fuck. Yes, all Virgos are. All Virgos are very, very petty creatures. But what I learned as well is you can help them unlearn that behavior. You really can. As long as you're willing to listen to them. Not saying to follow in their footsteps and, you know, be a petty controller, but listen. Always, yeah, both of y'all, right? Yeah, both of y'all always deal with the motherfucking fire signs, but there's a time and a place. And if you're dealing with a fire sign with very strong earth placements, I can see them being very, very good for you. I got a fire sign of Leo. It's not too bad for Gemini. The only problem I can see with Gemini is dealing with an egotistical giant. Someone who only really genuinely, they care about their own best interest, and that's it. You know what I mean? And so Gemini dealing with someone like that, and then also being someone who cares a lot about themselves and their own stability, it can kind of create a distance between y'all. It can create a very, very strong feeling of separation, anxiety between y'all, and abandonment issues between y'all. But at the end of the day, as long as y'all can choose and make a schedule around each other's time, where, okay, you know, can you maybe be home by 9? You know, you be home on these days? Can we create a schedule around each other and make it work that way? Absolutely. Leos aren't bad. They always give money. They're very giving. Yeah, no, Leos are probably one of the most giving signs of the zodiac. Yes, it's kind of for the effect of people to respect them and to love them and like them, but it's also because they are very, like, when it comes to things to do with a heart, right? Like, especially if you've got a child, a Leo is always going to try to take care of you. Okay? They're going to try to take care of you. Yes, they are trying to score brownie points, but they're also trying to take care of you. Because they feel for your situation or have been there before at some point in time. I love Leos. I love Virgos. You know, I love people with very, very shy personalities, because at the end of the day, they're easier to work with. Leos, to me, like, Leo is an egotistical giant outside of the house. But when you get to know a Leo internally, for real though, they don't act anything like how they are outside. Leos are crazy. I'm good. They can be. I'm just saying, when you learn a real Leo, they are some of the most loving, passionate creatures. Very loving, very passionate, very obsessive. But Virgo can be the same motherfucking thing, y'all. Let's be real. Leo women are annoying and jealous. They can be clingy and jealous. Yes. Very, very jealous. Yes. Yes, they can be. Same with men. It's the same with men. They just express it pretty differently. It's more like a physical territory thing with men. Very, very, very possessive. You're very jealous. If they're even if they're secure in themselves, you will see them get very jealous. When we talking about Leos, yes, clingy. As long as you don't, at peace, y'all. As long as you don't mind somebody who's always gonna want to be next to you and always want to be with you and always gonna choose you, right? Because like if you're someone who values a lot of space and a lot of time by yourself to process things, it's not gonna work. Leo wants to be with you every step of the way, every move you take, every fart you make, type shit. The bitch gonna be there, huffing and puffing. You know what I mean? But I love that about Leos. I love that they can solidly feel passion. To me, passion is sometimes more grounding than somebody who's like independent. Does that make sense? Because at the same time, if you're too independent, it's possible that you might send the wrong messages. And I'm a very independent person, so I already know. I be sending the wrong messages to the crowd type shit. So Aquarius are chill. I don't know what Aquarius you've been dealing with. Chill my motherfucking ass. I ain't no chill nigga. I may present myself as such. If you get a good batch, yeah, you gotta get a good batch. If I present myself as such, I might be chill, right? But if you know the in between type shit, sometimes I'll be crazier than a shit house. And you'll be like, what are you even talking about? Like, what planet are you from? What the fuck are you saying right now? I don't know. I don't know. I struggle to realize that myself. With a Leo every day as a Cap. See, that's what I'm talking about. So I'm Cap Aquarius, right? I love that. I love feeling like my partner like actually gives a fuck what I'm doing and is going to be there, ride or die type shit, be by my side. You know, so, you know, off day, whether it's an off day or an on day, they there, right? I like knowing that. I don't like the insecurity of knowing, not knowing. You know what I mean? Not knowing that my partner ain't eating, or not knowing that whatever's going on. You know, I hate not knowing. So I want to know everything. You know what I mean? Tell me everything. Spill everything. Spill it all. I don't give a fuck. I want to know everything. My dad is an Aquarius. The chill is on purpose. The chill can be there. But the anger, it's a different type of anger, different type of passive aggression, different type of emotional roller coaster. A lot of it is internal, for sure, but like an internal implosion. But still, it's the type of anger to give you chills and shit. I knew she was coming in. Hi, Sin. I'm a ride or die, but I can't deal with all that. Maybe I'm just a little awkward individual. I think it's like a matter of like, you know, when you find your person, you'll find yourself in scenarios where you can give them more of your time, more of your space, more of your energy. But until you find that person, you won't know that you're even capable of that. It's that type of thing. Hella off days, but we both need that shit to grow. Hella off days because at the end of the day, it's like no matter whether you're with that person, it's not gonna make your life any better outside of that. You know what I mean? Just because you're with somebody romantically and have someone as support, right? You are still in charge of your life. You know, that's what I love about Caps too. Is that even when a person we love is there and perhaps a little bit needy, we still know we have our own lives to also conquer and move forward on. And we won't put that shit at a halt. Even when someone around us may be in like suffering mode. You know what I mean? Or like implosion, personal implosion mode. So that's what I like about being a cat. Cap Aquarius.
Listen. What you been up to? What you been up to? He needs some Cheerios, motherfucker. I want my motherfucking food. You're in Miami? What the fuck? When did this happen? Oh, on vacation. But are you looking around? Are you low-key scoping places out, though? Because even though you're on vacation, you know, you still got to be searching. Still got to be looking. Have you been looking around? No, I've been chilling myself. I've been chilling. Taking hiatus and breaks out of a lot of people. But enjoying the journey nonetheless. Making that bread up. Not running myself thin. Like when I wasn't feeling the energy to do tarot and still wanted to do tarot, I somehow, even though I was feeling very impulsive at the time and I kept trying to be like, oh man, I really want to get on live though. I really want to do this. I was like, no, let me stay away and let me recollect. So that's what I did. So I'm trying to hustle while I'm down here. What you mean hustle? What you be doing? What you be doing? You getting your situation set? Your iron shit out? You trying to move back yet, or is that a to be continued? You say you want to go to New York to see my daughter and her family. Well, hello from New York. Come visit. Actually, maybe wait until the smog dies out a little bit. Or it may be the move that the whole state gives me peace until I see an alligator. I'm absolutely moving down to Florida. I've been actually looking at places. A lot of places. So much is opening up right now. Like, this is prime time. Bro, I forgot how bland and rude the people can be down here. I'm such a bubbly person. I bet I've been pissing. Oh, you definitely been pissing people off. You definitely, especially if you're a person that no matter what type of day that you have, you still gonna give someone a smile. They definitely pissed off at you. I might not go back home. I feel that. I feel that every time I go down there. I'm gonna be real. I feel that. Because the energy down there is immaculate. And I'm not even like the type of person to be like vibing around any group of people, really. You know, I can be kind, I can be all that, but like I'm not. It's so like flat out there, and there's so much room out there. And I feel like there's just room for big personality. You know what I mean? There's room to be a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of a diva. There's just room out there. He said, "I be smiling like a motherfucker. I don't want to be mean." See, that's what I love about Virgos. You don't want to be mean, but then you want to say something slight or on the low. You're like, yo, your hair looks nice, but I would have done the clip like this and like that. You know, oh my God, I love your braids, but damn, did she fuck that one up. Like, the other two braids look great, but that one, Jesus. Y'all underhanded ass comments. Like, you look beautiful, girl, but, damn. I love Virgos, dude. Fun to be thinking alligators are pit bulls. That's true. If they stare hard, I'm gonna say something. Yo, that's the shit. That's the shit. You say I don't want to be fighting on trash day. But that's the thing. Like with Florida, can I just say people are non-confrontational as fuck? Like they give dirty stares and stuff like that. But here in New York, I'm so used to like such confrontational energy that when you give somebody a look, it means that either they're looking at you in like a lick your lip, like damn, like that type of shit, or it's like a look like a dirty motherfucking look. Like what the fuck? What the fuck is this nigga doing here?
like that type of shit. But like when I go down there, it's like people are scared of me in my eyes, and I kind of fuck with that. They be like looking at the ground like, or when they do be looking at me, they be like sneaking down low. They be like, okay, they're looking at the shelf, and then when I turn on the, when I turn the other way, they're like, oh my god, what's he doing? I'm in South Florida. Well, listen, Miami a little bit different. Miami built. Trust me, these people are ruthless. Miami built. It's a different type of city. Let's be real. It's a different type of city. But I think when people learn that you're from New York, they get intimidated. And I don't necessarily know where that comes from. Like, I know we talk a big game when we talk up, but I feel like it shouldn't be traveling that far. You know what I mean? I feel like our egos should not be traveling that far. Definitely dealing with that now, looking at the matrix like, should I even? Grounding in yoga feels more natural than making money right now. But niggas still need shit. For real. For real, niggas still need shit. You still need to fucking live. You said Miami's a different country, hunty. In Philly, they be trying to see your eyes. I've dealt with people from Philly too. And people from Philly that come here are always kind of like, they're always kind of like, this is like, you know, I peep game, you know, but y'all ain't like us. Like, we're just so honest. We're so honest with our communication. We so straightforward, but it's like, y'all here, y'all sneaky, y'all move weird, y'all move like rats, and we do, because we gotta keep making money, we gotta keep making the bread. We do move like rats, and we gotta keep, that's the thing, we gotta keep our success to ourselves, because there's always someone trying to plot in New York. We're like more sneaky. We're sneaky. We're covert. And Philly be all loud. Loud with, I'm gonna respect it, right? Because there's a lot of Philly trash, okay? But there's treasures out there, too. I love Philly accents, though. Philly accents get me. My thing is, how the fuck am I so bubbly if I'm from here? Because you just built different. You build different. Now, when I went to New York, it smelled like money laundering where I was at. I told you. No, but there's always something sneaky going on. It's always something sneaky going on. Always something shady. Always something shady. You cannot trust a motherfucker here. You just can't. There's nothing worth trusting here. Like, you can't even fucking, like, at the end of the day, you can't even trust the bills to be the same for the next month. You know what I mean? It's always something different. Always something weird and sneaky. Always some fucking slumlord or some ratty ass, catty ass bitch trying to be all up in your shit. And the cashier taking more than what he's supposed to be taking. You know what I mean? And he said as soon as I got out the car, I was like, it's giving Ozark. I feel like the sneakiness is one. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. There's too much going on. There's just way too much going on at all times. And so you need to keep your eyes wide open. Otherwise you get popped. And I don't even mean popped in a literal fashion, though that will and can and has, it happens every single fucking day. But you get popped in the means of, like, you always get reminded of where you're at in life. You always get reminded that you get dropped right the fuck off, right? Especially if you be trusting people out here. Because it's just not like that. You need to get, basically, what I suggest for people that are trying to move to New York or be in New York even part-time, is that you are already established when you come to New York. Come already peeping game, already having, okay? Already knowing how to move. Okay? Be already established before you drop it. Because people will fucking drop you, bitch. I got my blonde wig on, everybody side-eyeing me. So, because you looking for the attention. You're a Virgo. You looking for the attention. That's why. You looking for the side-eye. You acting like you ain't asking for the shit. You asking for the shit. You asking for this shit. What's going on in Philly? Philly teens. Philly teens. Oh God, Kensington. Oh my God, Philly. You know what? With people with Philly, I feel like I chop it up better with them because they just go on and on and on and on and about stories, and I don't gotta sit there and like think of ways to communicate with them because they like socially inept or whatever, or they're sneaky and weird. They just like be popping their mouth off. You know what I mean? I kind of fuck with the popping the mouth off thing because I can just say, it's frozen. Oh no, it froze. You're right, it froze. I can see what y'all saying in the chat. It froze. What is going on right now? Now my internet's good because I'm using the shit on my phone. I don't know what the fuck is going on. You see, YouTube trying to get that cutoff zone. They say y'all having too much fun. Turn it off. Budget cuts. See, I'll bleach my hair and my curls won't even curl no more. That's your fucking natural hair. I seen some bitches looking like a fucking Choco Crisp and shit with their hair. This shit look fucked up. Rat infested. Cheesy ass hair. Like, goddamn, how'd you get into that goddamn color? That bitch looked like a penny. I feel like you gotta try hard for that color. Now, I've dyed my own hair before. Or bleach. Cheese legit look like cheese on their head. Y'all gotta go feed the chicken. I think you missed my question or I didn't ask, right? Being new, I'll just wait here until I have some cash. Ask that way. Everyone have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you for coming in, Shannon. I did not necessarily see your question, but yes, usually I do paid readings first, and then sometimes I'll throw out free, kind of if we feel in that vibe. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I am hungry as a motherfucker. I might get up and make something for breakfast. Got my mind. See, and I was doing that shit. I've been doing that shit for probably 2 weeks. Just checking every single day. Not even really like, not looking for anything specific. Just checking, because I feel like the right place is coming like now. I feel like that shit is coming up right the fuck now. And I'm about to go back down there again and scope out another few places. Jacksonville. What you cooking? I'm thinking of some turkey bacon. Maybe like a couple pancakes, some eggs, some toast. Do something full. It's gotta keep me running. Every time I surf Zillow, I move. See? That's some Philly shit. You can't even rest my mind. Wake up, get money. I'm in the same predict. I'm literally right there with you. I just drove 16 hours with a dog and a teenager, and I'm tired. But you enjoy you said this is a vacation. You said this is a vacation. Relax. Well, actually, no. I know y'all hate being told to relax. So how about this one? Fucking sit your ass down. Get some fucking sun. Get your shit did. Trying to make that Ozark money. Will you lay your ass down? That Ozark money. Will you lay your little ass down? You been there before. You been there, done that. My Virgo mind won't let me. Do not be spreading yourself thin so you tired even after the trip, so that when it comes to actually getting this move on and actually helping things go forward, that you so motherfucking tired that you need 2 weeks to fucking recuperate. Take this as what it is. A vacation and checking some things out. Do not overstretch. You're sightseeing with a little bird on the side. Okay? Because I do that same goddamn... I hope you know I do that same motherfucking thing. Every single time I go on a fucking vacation, I end up mixing and melding some work in, some breading. And then when I do that shit, I'm like, this wasn't even a vacation if I'm doing the same motherfucking thing I do when I'm at home. Last time I wouldn't sit down, I got COVID twice. See? They be trying to tell you it's okay to relax. No, at least 2 days, right? 2 days. Where you just don't think about or do any work at all. Like, fuck. Jesus. I don't even think it's fucking possible type. Do not be looking in Miami. Malibu, do not. Do not. Get your little ass out of Miami. Don't. Do not. They need to tell that to my parents. Hell, see, that's where you get it from, though. That's where I got mine from. My parents are that exact way. They can never ever sit down for 5 motherfucking seconds. They bounce. You gotta look. Yeah, if you trying to live near Miami or near a city, look just outside the spot. Okay. In my suggestion, Jacksonville, the biggest in Florida. Also the easiest space to find something like school for your kids, something that's more like city-like. You still get like peoples in assortment, but you can also stay to yourself still. You know what I mean? A brick album, my auntie says I won't like it due to their terrible fucking flooding. Oh my god. Will you stop trying to put yourself in a fucking compromising position? You said, I want to get out of here so bad. No. See, you're out here and you know, I understand you want your bread, you want that Ozark money. But you should be out here enjoying yourself. And when you enjoy yourself, that's usually when you find the space and the place. Like, you won't even be looking type shit. You won't even be looking like that. That's how I feel when I'm about to go down in August. My eyes get sticky from the fucking smoke. I can even smell it a little bit. I need money. I'm temporarily broke. Then take it when you... Okay, fine. Then divide your time. Divide your time. You made it there. How the fuck did you make it there? Divide your time. I know you're trying to like earn your vacay, right? So be making the money and then do something with it. You know, day to day, getting some of this smoke outside. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks. That's what I've been feeling like. I'm like, god damn. Like, I just quit smoking and y'all already got me on something else. Y'all already trying to put me in a fucking respirator. Jacksonville really does have nice spaces. Had a little change, so my mom paid for me to go here. At least, hey, she was open to the idea. The gas ate my whole paycheck up. Yeah, no fucking wonder. Real talk though, I'm balanced between effort and attracting. I'm like trying to court somebody. Okay. I mean, that's the thing though, right? It's like if we don't feel steady or stable enough, we don't feel like we're also worthy enough in certain categories. Even though sometimes the person that you're trying to court doesn't necessarily care where you're at financially or where you're at, like that type of stability wise, as long as you're stable mentally. You know what I mean? As long as you're there mentally. You know, and you don't gotta be perfect across the board, A-OK type shit. Like you gonna have your days, you're gonna have your situation, but just stable enough that you have like a goal, you have a future in your mind that you can imagine. You got a dream type shit. $1 in a dream. That's all I'd say. Let's be real, it takes more than $1, but it takes a loan and being in debt for the rest of your life. But trials and tribulation. Okay, donate. You'll be my last question. I've been having a lot of fun. I said I was going to get off at 7, but I've been having fun with this shit. Effort towards the situation and attracting money, which you are and you will. I think we forget that we're also allowed to enjoy the way we make money or the way we put ourselves out there. We're also allowed to enjoy that. Job isn't meant to be like slave labor. I got it. Popped up. I got you. He said you want first 3 cards. Okay. Clarity on your current life situation. What deck should I use with you? I think this one is. Yeah, I'll use this one. I want to get into drop shipping. Is this a good for me to get the money? Let's see. Yeah, you're getting creative. Here we go. So for the long haul, I don't think drop shipping would last or at least keep your interest. That's what I'm seeing. Like too much stress. Why it look like you're about to throw shit? No, I'm not. No. I'm not. It does look like this would be something that you could make money off of now, though. At least for the next few years. Okay. But I can see you easily kind of taking this in a route of this is boring or this is annoying. Like, I feel like I'm putting way too much into this. Or I'm putting myself in vulnerable spaces that I don't necessarily like. And that's like it'll take years kind of for you to feel that way. A couple of years. Probably like 2. I'm going to estimate like 2 or 3 years. That you might start feeling like, man, this is kind of... I'm not liking it no more, so I'm going to put myself elsewhere. Okay? But I do see that taking the risk with drop shipping is a necessary evil for you, though. It's necessary for you to kind of become that type of entrepreneur that you've been wanting. We have 8 of Pentacles, which is you need to go on a mission where basically you're kind of just swept along with what's happening in the world, instead of you hyper focusing on every little single fucking detail and kind of destroying your own path by yourself, on your own. You need to kind of just let things go, let things flow. So they said this is a really good idea for you. Knight of Cups. It's just more confirmation that you're meant to do something creative, something that not a lot of people necessarily know about. They don't necessarily have the equipment, the upstairs, the intelligence like you do, or the patience to try to get towards this goal. So that's what they're saying. It's like, invest in as many things as you can without spreading yourself thin, and make sure you're not putting all your eggs in one basket, because this can only work for you if you're willing to do many avenues of income. And it might sometimes feel like you don't really have time for yourself, but that's when you make the time. Okay, that's when you add the time into your schedule behind all the work. You know what I mean? Like, don't get it twisted. They're not telling you to break your ass, and you do this anyways. But they're not telling you to fucking break your ass when you go out there and try to work for it. They're not telling you to spend every single ounce of your energy, day, full 24 hours going out there and trying to get the bread. What they're asking you is to take risks, because they are necessary for you to get anywhere. Okay? Love what you do. Don't stress what you do. Don't hate what you do. Okay? You said I met a baddie and she teaches. She literally makes, oh, you want me to check in on this person? Or would you want me to pull a little card on this person? Or no? You think she could mentor you? Because I've seen a lot of bad horror stories when it comes to dropshipping and people having mentors. Donnie Keiko. Is she legit? She's very... Let's see. Hiding shit. The first card I get is hiding shit. That's the first card I get. Is hiding shit. Electric feeling. You already know. What do you already know? What do you already know? Okay. So it says you already know that this is something you should probably start on your own. There's a problem that I see happening to her. Is like she's got like a whole... She definitely has a schedule down, right? And I feel like there's some things in her schedule that don't add up. She does tell the truth about the risk. She does tell the truth about how she flips her money, how she moves, how she spends. But what she kind of doesn't tell you about, I think, is the fact that she is caught up in like a totally different life, like a lifestyle where she's constantly spending money and she's not good with her shit. Okay? So while she may be able to teach you some ways to make money, I don't think she can teach you how to keep money. That's kind of something you would have to do on your own. Okay? She seemed really bad with her shit. Really bad with it. And I don't know if it's because she's spending it on man or what the situation is. But I'd say teaching you the ropes, but when it comes to your money and when she starts getting her nose involved with you, where you're putting your money and investing your time, there should always be a choice within this, okay? So if she's like, you need to invest in this, you need to invest in that. It's like I said, you should always have the knowledge already getting into this, because the problem with having a mentor when it comes to drop shipping is the fact that she can tell you to jump and you'll miss. You got me? So know a little bit about it. Season yourself a little bit within this category. Make sure you're able to kind of outsmart her in moments where she's telling you to put your money where your mouth is. Because she can easily gyp you out of some finances. Easily. Yeah, I feel like that's what she does. She makes people feel secure. She messes with people's minds. That's how she's able to get so much money so fast, is to pretend to be their best friend, right? And then bestie goes out and invests in something and ends up getting fucked up. And then she just keeps going down the line of people. What she doesn't have trust in people. She has trust in money. That she's always going to have some type of revenue coming in, because people are too motherfucking dumb. Okay? Because people are too fucking dumb. They will always trust her. They will always put their trust in her. And she feels like people are too goddamn dumb. Now, like I said, what would shock her is somebody that comes towards her with a level head, that wants to get into the game, that doesn't take everything that she says at face value. Because a lot of what she says, while it might be true, it's not the whole motherfucking story, or it's little tads of white lies here and there that can really fuck with your finances and fuck with your life. So don't stake your life on it. Don't stake a claim on something that she's putting forward just because it sounds great. The scenario sounds amazing. Just make sure that you have the awareness of how some of this works already before you invest into it. Okay? Because it feels like this is just another form of income for her, in which people come towards her all lost and shit, all doe-eyed and lost, and she just makes money. She flips money off of that, and they go nowhere while she's going up. You know what I mean? They go absolutely nowhere. They just completely level the floor type shit when it comes to their money. She makes money off of people who are bad with money when she's also bad with money. But because she has that constant stream, it's like she's got that same motherfucking lifestyle as they do. It's just she's got more money. You know what I mean? She's just bad. That's what's up. It showed up as a scammer, also from UK. Damn. Would she be looking this shit up? It came up as a scammer, Donnie Keiko. She just moved to Dubai. Yeah, you don't want to get involved with what she's involved in. They say a double lifer. Am I right on that? Hold on. I'm right on something that I'm thinking. Is it giving Pinterest? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's also something else I was thinking, that she's been also in trouble with the police for fraudulent activity. I don't think she's ever been necessarily charged. I do think she's been in trouble though. So she's already had people on her tail trying to stomp her out. It feels like that. It definitely feels like that. Yeah, because they said be careful. That's just all sus on this bitch. She's a weird bitch, man. She'll make you feel like you're her sister. Like you're her sister. You're her bestie. And she'll pick and take all your motherfucking money out. That's what's up. She'll mentor you, give you let you hear what you want to hear, give you like some really, really easy tips that you can like legit get off of YouTube type shit, and then, then leave you high and dry, and then you crash. Yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. You're way better off on your own. You have a head on you. And that's the greatest part, is that you are not a dumb bitch. You ain't never gonna take something like that at face value. So that's what's up. Alright, I'm gonna get off and get me something to eat, because I'm hungry as fuck. I'm hungry as shit. I'm thinking about doing some baking and shit. And also, I'm trying to possibly get a workout in this afternoon. If this fucking smoke clears up. Cause god damn, dude, like this shit got my eyes twice. What the fuck? Like, I feel like I got metal plates in my eyes. My fucking contacts are crazy. She scammed investors. Oh yeah, that ain't no drop shipping money. I looked it up. Yo, of course. Dirty bitch. Yeah, that's why I was suspicious. I wondered if she'd been to prison before, because they kept mentioning the police. You know what I mean? Go get your grub on. Yo, absolutely. And I do want to be on, I guess it would be later tonight. I'm going to post more videos. I do have them in clutch. I think I have Scorpio. I think Libra already uploaded. I think I got Virgo under locks. I think those are going to be the next 3 that I'm posting. Alright, y'all. Y'all enjoy too. Y'all enjoy your shit. Okay? Take it fucking easy. Take it easy. Alright, y'all. Love y'all. It was nice seeing y'all again. It's nice to see the familiar faces, especially. Y'all are the reason why I keep coming back on. Be real. Alright, y'all. See you.